Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Wyoglass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyoglass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyoglass is Lander.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like Equal better.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And we are live here at Buffalo High School in beautiful Buffalo, Wyoming, with the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show, as Buffalo will be hosting our Riverton Wolverines here on KTAK and Wyo Today Media. I am joined this time, first pregame show with him, by GMC's own or Fremont Motors' own Jay Collins.
How are we doing out there, guys? So happy to be here. Beautiful, beautiful field. I'm ready to watch Riverton handle business.
Absolutely, and on the camera with us, as has been the past couple weeks, and thanks to him for doing a little color commentary last week when Jay was feeling alert, Connor Shields. Back at the home base, Katie Shields is our board operator tonight, so we're looking forward to bringing you Riverton High School football as they have traveled all the way down to Buffalo, that gorgeous drive all the way here to face off against the Buffalo Bison. We do have one score of note currently, and that is, hold on, let me get it here for you. The Cokeville and Thermopolis are facing off, and Thermopolis, the Cats, are trailing 20-0 at the half. So yeah, not really good for them. But, you know, we'll see what they can do in the second half. We'll be right back here on KTAK and Wyo Today Media with more of the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show.
And I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
And we are back here on the Wyo Today Media and Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show live on KTAK. Reminder, go out, download the Wyo Today Media app, and you can link to watch the games there or listen to any of them. Lander Valley, of course, getting ready to kick off here momentarily at the same time. We've got beautiful weather here. It's a little chilly, or it's not a little chilly yet, but it's going to get a little chilly. Game kickoff temperature is going to be right at 62 with no chance of precipitation, even though off in the distance it kind of looks cloudy. And wind is going to be at 18 miles an hour north by northwest. That's going to really start to go down about 7 o'clock, about an hour into the game where it'll go down to 13. Probably by the time the game is over, it will be at about somewhere between 9 and 10 miles per hour on the wind, and it'll be about 54, 55 degrees. Now, Buffalo, of course, is no stranger to success, Jay. Of course, the field here, named after Mike Moon, their coach who won state championships in 79, 83, and 96. But Pat Lynch has had a good tenure here as well. He won in 04 and 05, and then, of course, their most recent one being 2018. They've got a whole slew of runner-ups, including this current coach, Rob Hammond, who's in his 11th year in 2019. He was runner-up. Last time they qualified for state was just last year, 2021. They made it to the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, they lost to Jackson by a really odd score, Jay.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. 75-27. That's a little. That is definitely an odd score. That is a whipping, if you ask me.
That's a whipping with a lot of points allowed. Of course, last season they were 5-4. However, they did defeat Riverton 42-7 at Riverton.
Ow.
Their overall record, they've been playing against Riverton off and on. Of course, they've jumped around from 3A, 2A, 4A, Class A. They've been 3A since 09. But they since 1925, they've played Riverton 20 times, and they've won 9 of them, and Riverton's won 11 of them. So, of course, they get a chance to make it almost 500, really close.
Yeah.
This year, they're 3-3. They've beaten Newcastle 27-8. They defeated Lander 29-21 and Worland 49-7. On the losses side, they lost to Resurrection Christian out of Colorado 20-14, lost to Douglas 24-17, and lost to Cody, no shame there, 35-13. As I said, it's Coach Rob Hammond's 11th year. He's 48-47. Here's hoping we can make it an even 500 tonight. And they travel to Rawlins next week. Of course, for Riverton home of 4 state championship teams in 94, 97, 98, and 99. But it has been quite a drought since they were last a state champion or a runner-up. And runner-up, the last time they were the runner-up was 1979. Last qualified for state in 2020, of course. They made it to the quarterfinals where they lost to Jackson as well, 38-61. So Jackson scoring lots of points. Last season 1-8, but they lost to we lost Buffalo, as I said, 42-7. Overall record, we have that. This year, obviously being 1-6, losses to Powell, Cody, Evanston, Star Valley, and Douglas. Don't want to forget Lander Valley. How could we?
Yeah, that was a disappointing heartbreaker. We had them the whole game.
It was definitely a heartbreaker, falling 29-28 in OT as Lander Valley decided to go for 2 and secured the win. So, of course, the one win this year being at Rollins, 14-6. The Wolverines are coached by Troy Anderson. He's in his third year. His record is 7-20. And, of course, next week, the season finale is going to be at Worland. So we're going to drive part of the way like we did this past time, Jay. I've done that now twice. Powell and Cody back-to-back, and then this one. So I don't get new drives till basketball season. But that's kind of a breakdown of what we're looking at on the teams on paper, as has been the case much of the year. I almost said Rollins. Buffalo has the advantage, but this game is not played on paper, and they would like to be able to go out of the season with an improved record compared to last with Coach Anderson and this Wolverine squad. To do so, they have got to win one of these next two, and it's not going to be easy with both of them on the road, Jay.
Yes, that is very true. I mean, road games are a little more, I guess, difficult to win, but I believe in these boys. I mean, they've come a long way. That Lander game, they looked good. They looked real good.
They very much did. We still don't have fully knowing who's going to be the starting quarterback tonight. We have rumors and innuendo. We're not going to get into that. We'll see at the first snap. But obviously, Derek DeVries going down as of last week. He was out for the game, and team trying to get used to a new guy behind the under center, as well as him trying to get used to playing quarterback. And Nate Hutchinson, in his second game back, forced into duty. Right now, Riverton is practicing special teams and getting ready. We're about 14 and a half minutes until kickoff. We'll be right back with more of the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show here on KTAK.
First treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs...
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show here on KTOK and WYO Today Media. We are now ready to give our starting lineups again. Once again, like most away situations, we do not have a starting lineup for them, although we do have a roster. Thank you to Sutherland's for sponsoring the starting lineup here. For your Riverton Wolverines, I'm getting to that page here real quick. Give you the starters starting on the defense at defensive end. Ryan Cox. At nose guard, junior Xavier Garcia. At defensive end, junior Bryce Mason. A junior, linebacker, Branson Saltzgaver. A senior, Parker DeVries. A junior, Zarek Prosser. And in the backfield, or in the defensive backfield, a senior, Braden Vincent. Junior, Talon Toman. Junior, Ty Sheets. Senior, Cade Gabrielson. And junior, Nick McIntosh. On the offensive line, at left tackle, junior Lyric Gordon. At left guard, junior Zarek Prosser. At center, junior Nathan Mills. At right guard, sophomore Ryan Cox. At right tackle, junior Xavier Garcia. And at tight end, Branson Saltzgaver. At these skill positions, at X wideout, you have senior Cade Gabrielson. At Z wideout, junior Nick McIntosh. At split end, you've got junior Ty Sheets. At tailback, senior Dominic Payne. At halfback, senior Braden Vincent. And at quarterback, Derek DeVries is on the starting lineup, but that doesn't mean anything. We get the starting lineup at the beginning of the season. They make some tweaks, so we could be seeing Nick McIntosh. We'll know here a little bit. In just about 9 minutes, we'll have a good idea there. Of course, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because one of the things we saw, Jay, was that while usually Derek DeVries, Ty Sheets kind of his favorite target, has been the most targeted. We saw a different cat last week, that being Nick McIntosh, getting a lot of balls thrown his way.
Yeah. I had to duck out a little early last week. Wasn't feeling that well, but I did look at some of the stats, I guess you'd call them, and he had a lot more than anybody else tossed his way.
Nathan and Nick really working that 1-2 connection early on to some success before, obviously, Riverton fell behind. And it got just a little bit harder as they had to come more so out of their offense. One of the things we have noticed is that Coach Anderson did shorten up the playbook a little last week with Nathan only in his second game back being thrust in the role of starting quarterback.
And you're definitely, he seems like a straightforward quarterback, really good. He knows how to handle the pocket, knows how to call the plays. I think that if he is the one that's going to be behind the center today, he's going to do just fine.
Well, and they've really kind of fallen in love with Coach Anderson and his crew, especially on their side of the 50 of going 4-wide shotgun. Now, they simplified it a little last week and went with basically the same 2 wide right, 2 wide left, and trying to make it as simple as possible so execution could be done as everybody got used to it. At the same point in time, if Derek's in there, it's a different ball game. You'll see 2 wide right, 2 wide left, obviously. They'll play around with the protecting tailback. They'll also play with going to 5 wide, man in motion, usually being Ty Sheets, faking the end around or giving the end around. So it'll be very interesting. Of course, as y'all can probably hear, we're right next to the marching band for Douglas. They're in all black with cowboy hats. Tonight, Riverton will be in their white road jerseys. Black pants, black helmets accented in white. For the home team, the Buffalo Bison, they're going to be in a yellowish gold, very reminiscent of Georgia Tech, and our listeners know I'm a University of Georgia grad, so I already don't like it. With white numbers, and I haven't been able to lay eyes on the pants yet, but I'm guessing black. Based on everything else. So right now it's only guys in jeans who are not suiting up tonight. Earlier today we didn't get a final score because we were working on our equipment here, but we did see that the JV Bison had no problem with the junior varsity or Froshmore Riverton Wolverines. We are 7 minutes till kickoff here in Buffalo, Wyoming. We'll be right back. Thanks to Sutherland's starting lineup. Sutherland's for sponsoring the starting lineup, and we'll be right back on the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on KTAK.
Expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show here on KTAK. We are once again live here in Buffalo, Wyoming. It's Kevin Shields, your voice of the Wolverines, along with Jay Collins doing the color commentary.
How you doing? I'm so excited to be here.
And, of course, Connor Shields is on the camera for us. We are under 5 minutes, actually under 4 minutes to go until we kick off. Buffalo is taking the field here as they will look to improve on their record. And, of course, Riverton going to look for their second win, which would actually mean some positive strides year over year, Jay.
Yes. They get that win that makes them better than last year, and that just means they're moving forward.
Absolutely. Of course, for the seniors, they played their last game at home. They've got to push that out of their mind, though, now, as they will have two games here on the road for a chance to get that second win. And now we are going to the national anthem. We can't really get a good angle or sound on it from this booth here in Buffalo, so we'll take a break and be right back with the kickoff here on KTAK.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
And welcome back. Thank you to Sutherland's and Hampton Inn Suites for sponsoring the pregame show. We are getting ready to kick off here. It is homecoming in Buffalo. And it is also senior night, I do believe, for them. And all of a sudden, our camera went way up. So here we go, Buffalo taking the field here as we are at 0-0 on the clock and ready to start off. Referees are taking position. It does look like the kickoff will be going left to right on your radio dial. Riverton still meeting with Coach Anderson, getting ready to come out. The one thing I can definitely tell, though, by the sideline there, Jay, is that Buffalo at least has more players. Does that mean they're deeper? Who knows? But
they definitely have a couple more players, but people standing on the sidelines, they ain't helping them on the field. So
that is true. All right, and here come your Wolverines taking the field. They will be receiving the kickoff. They will be going right to left on your radio dial. I do believe that we were told that Buffalo won the toss and they deferred to the second half. So 6 o'clock, 12 minutes on the clock, and Buffalo comes out to kick off. Cannot stress, Jay, how important this first drive will be.
Yeah, we definitely got to get the ball moving the right way. We can't play behind the downs. I noticed that when Riverton does that, they do get a little frustrated and start making just small mistakes.
Absolutely. They do play much better when they are not behind the sticks. And I'm seeing Derek DeVries over there. He's in a hoodie, not in pads. He's got his jersey on. Okay. So I do believe that means Hutchinson will be starting. And right as they're about to kick it off, this wind that's listed on all the weather.gov and whatnot as being about 18 miles an hour, but it's been a consistent 18 if it's only 18. Yeah. It's expected to go down, but it was a windy drive. It's been windy since we got here, and that hellacious hill you have to walk down. Yeah. I did walk up it already once, and I'm not looking forward to the end of the game. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to be a line drive. It hits about the 2 and goes out of into the end zone for a touchback. So your Wolverines will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They will huddle, and I thoroughly expect, Jay, that we'll see 4 wide here.
Yeah, we should. That is their favorite, their go-to. That is for sure.
All right, they're breaking the huddle now. And they are going to actually go. No, that is Derek DeVries. Yep. I do apologize. DeVries is back in. There were 2 people wearing number 1. Oh, and it's bad snap to DeVries. He has to go down and just fall on it at the 10-yard line. He was not ready for that snap.
No, he was not.
And you do wonder. Nope, they're going to say it was recovered by Buffalo?
How?
Yeah, we watched Derek DeVries fall on it. I do not have any idea how they got the ball unless Derek had it bounce out the backside where we couldn't see it. So absolute disaster.
Right away. That is definitely what we did not want to see. Let's see what our defense is going to do.
All right, under center is Blake Bell, I do believe. No, excuse me. They're going out of the gun. You're going to hand it off, and the running back for Buffalo is going to get a gain of about 4. They spot it at the 9. Quarterbacking for them is going to be Eli Patterson, the 6'3", 195 junior. Coach Hammond has him going out of the gun on the first play, and it gained right at almost 5. We'll call it about 4. and they're spotted the fumble at the 9, so it was 1st and goal. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Out of the gun again, only 3 wide, 1 protecting back and 1 tight end. He takes it, he's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to keep it and walk in.
Walk right in.
Yes. Patterson just walks right into the end zone, and you couldn't have written a better script if you're Buffalo. You couldn't write a worse script, Jay, if you're Riverton.
Yeah, this definitely did not start out the way it should have. I thought that we landed on that ball. There's no way that didn't.
Take it. So the T-shirt cannon just fired up and almost took out our camera. The kick is up, and it is no good by Buffalo, so it'll remain 6-0. So quickly, with only 51 seconds gone by, 11:09 left in the first quarter. Bison strike first and lead Riverton 6-0. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine, Adina Vasco, and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine football. 51 seconds have elapsed, and after a fumble on the snap by Derek DeVries, I think it was more on the center, most likely wasn't ready for it, but Buffalo recovers it somehow, some way. Looked like Derek just fell right on top of it, and they go 2 plays for both rushing and score a touchdown. Bison have teed up at the 40, and the kick is going to be caught as he steps into the end zone, does number 99. I don't know if let me see if we have that, number 89, maybe Parker DeVries. It was not the normal Dominic Payne or Ty Sheets on that. Steps into the end zone regardless, and that'll be a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Riverton with 11:08 left in the first quarter, trailing 6-0, but they'll be scrimmaging from their own 20.
I'm ready to see DeVries just go to work here. I think he's got all the fumble hands out of him. He's ready to do something right now.
All right, DeVries is going to be going out of the gun. He's going to have 2 wide left, 2 wide right, and a tight end. No protecting back. Sends a man in motion. DeVries has it. He's going to hand it off on the end around, and he's absolutely just destroyed his Ty Sheets. Ty Sheets, as we've seen many times this season, came around in motion, took the end around handoff, and he got walloped at the 15 for a loss of 5.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It looked like he had a little stutter step. He might have seen a hole that he wanted to hit and tried to go back to it, but he definitely got crushed there.
So not what they want, playing behind the chains and turnovers, 2 things that we would have said were keys to the game. Now going out of 4 wide again, but with a protecting back instead of tight end. DeVries is going to hand it off to Braden Vincent, and he's going to get 2 yards if he's lucky. Looks like more like 1. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 16-yard line, and that will set up 3rd and 14.
Man. It looks like one of the other Buffalo players there got a little injured on that play. I couldn't see the number, but he did come hobbling off.
So Buffalo's defensive line right now is definitely winning the war on attrition. They're feeling the momentum. They obviously fell on that fumble, and now they've kept Riverton at negative yards on the game so far. 4 wide, same formation as 2nd down. 3rd and 14, DeVries points out the defense, takes it, is looking to throw
nice
short.
Throw.
Does so out to, I do believe that was Cade Gabrielson, and it was, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down. It was a gain of about 9, which sets up 4th and 5. So it will be a punting situation, and it looks like DeVries is not handling punts right now. Looks like they've got number 86 or 88. Like we've said before, these numbers are hard to see. If it's number 86, it's Caden Arnold doing the punting duties here. 2 gunners, each on one side. The snap, the punt is a line drive. Going to be caught at the Buffalo 49. Returner's got it to the Riverton 45. Muscles his way right down to the Riverton 39. So good field position there. They're going to spot him down between the 39 and the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was a decent kick. I think Riverton handled the coverage pretty well.
No hang time, though.
Yeah.
No hang time. Gave him a lot of room to start, and they will have the ball on the Riverton 39, up 6-0 already, having only ran 2 plays after a fumble, so great field position for them. Going out of the gun with 4 wide. They're going to hand it off on the end around.
And
end around is working. He's at the 30. He's going to get all the way to the 25-yard line. Trying to lay a number on that. Look like number 3. That would be Cohen Gossard. And boy, does the PA announcer like his first downs.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
He gets into it. Big run, gain of 13 by Buffalo. They've ran it every single play, and they've had great positive yardage. Now going out of the pistol is Buffalo.
Yep.
Patterson going to take it. He's going to hand off to the back who was back there with him. He's at the 20, the 15, 10, to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Too easy.
Way too easy. Way too easy. We need to go ahead and toughen up a little bit. Looks like there's some dirty laundry on the field.
There is dirty laundry on the field. Let's see what they're going to call that. Referee's talking. I don't know if it's before, after, whatnot. They're good. The touchdown's good. Unsportsmanlike the call against Buffalo.
Well, I didn't think I thought I seen him jawing a little bit, but
nothing overly over the top. 8:27 to go, and Buffalo leads Riverton 12-0. They are not going to go for 2 here and try and get the extra point back. In fact, they're putting the tee down, and the kicker's going to step back here. Nice that the refs have the mic here, Jay.
Yeah, I like that. We're not guessing about what's going on.
Snap is down. They're going to call offsides, encroachment on Riverton, clear path to the kicker, blew it dead. No, they're going to say false start. I thought they were just saying he was clear to the kicker. So they will back this up. Of course, the kicker for Buffalo missed the first PAT, but at the rate they're scoring, I'm not sure that PATs are going to matter a whole lot outside of preparation for playoff time.
Yeah.
So now the kicker will be teeing it up at the 15. Snap is in. It's down, and it's blocked by Riverton. Nicely done there. The block by Dominic Payne coming off the left side. He gets the block, so it'll be 12-0 still with 8:27 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gray Cadillac, coupe to fill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School football. It is 12-0 the Bisons. They have had great success on the ground, but maybe even more importantly in the field position, Jay.
Yeah, they have. I mean, every time they've touched the ball, it's been on the wrong side for us. That's for sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, the longest drive starting at the Riverton 39. Of course, the first one on a first play of the game fumble. So it is 12-0, but PAT missed the first. They missed the first PAT, and on the second one, it was blocked by Dominic Payne. So after the unsportsmanlike on the touchdown, they're teeing it up at the 25, and number 7 is going to fall on that for Riverton at the 47. So finally, some good field position for Riverton.
Definitely better than where we have been starting. Let's capitalize on that. Let's go get 6.
Drevin Monroe there with the recovery. They kicked it low, and so best field position of the night, obviously, for Riverton. They will be scrimmaging 1st and 10 from their own 47. However, that said, they've had a fumble on one play and a negative yardage. Oh, excuse me, they've gained on 3rd down. They have a net 5-yard offensive outing so far in 2 possessions. The snap is going to be to number 18, actually, who's going to run completely the wrong way. Not take the sack is Blake Gantenbein, and he's going to get taken down for a loss of 8. Loss of 8. He's tackled at the 39-yard line of Riverton. He just kept going back and back, Jay.
Yeah, he was trying to get around the corner, and I seen what he was trying to do. But once you start going the opposite way, you need to go ahead and just stop that.
And not being a normal quarterback with this team, didn't have the sense of a quarterback to throw it away.
Yeah.
So he is in the game now completely. Blake Gattenbein's still in there. He's going to take the snap. He's going to throw a screen out to Ty Sheets, who's coming back the other direction, and he ran a long way to gain about 2 yards, did Ty Sheets.
Yeah, they definitely need to start running north to south instead of east to west there. They are wasting a lot of energy when they just run sideline to sideline and not go anywhere.
So we're looking at 3rd and 18. Blake Gantenbein now at quarterback. Or at least that's what it says on our roster.
Yeah.
Is Blake Gantenbein at quarterback. Going with 5 wide, 3 wide right, 2 wide left. Gantenbein out of the gun. He takes a snap, and he's going to throw short to 11, who's going to have to struggle to try and get close to the original line of scrimmage, and he comes up a little short, only making the Riverton 45, that being Nick McIntosh. So this team is completely, let's just be honest, in disarray at the moment.
Yeah.
They've got to figure something out. Blake Gantenbein playing quarterback right now, and it looks like he's going to do the punting here, I do believe. I can't see at the angle, but they're going to punt on 4th and 12 from their own 45 with 6:40 to go and counting in the first quarter.
I feel like the game is just moving a little too fast for him.
And we're going to get a penalty.
He's starting to panic a little bit out there. I think the quarterback needs to definitely just calm down.
That was Caden Arnold, if this roster is correct, number 86, is into punt. So a new punter as well for Riverton. Riverton gets the 5-yard penalty, takes it back to the 39-yard line of Riverton. They have negative yardage today.
Oh, that's horrible. That is not what we came all the way up here to do.
The snap is down. The punt is going to go way out of bounds and very quickly. Let's see where the referee is going to say it went out of bounds. He's going to come all the way up to the 45-yard line of Buffalo, so they couldn't get to the first down marker even of where they needed to go to. So this has been just not good offensive football. But what do you expect? You've got yet another new guy at quarterback and new guy punting, and everybody trying to get used to things, and Buffalo trying to round out their season. They're going to come out 1st and 10 with 6:30 to go. They lead Riverton 12-0. They're out of the gun with 3 wide. They're going to take the snap, and it's going to be handed off to the tailback who's at the 45, out to the 50, and I think they'll spot him down at the Riverton 49. That run by Dawson Palzer. He's a 5'9" senior for Buffalo.
That was a decent run. I'd like to see the defense, though. I mean, they need to rush that ball.
Gain of 6 there sets up 2nd and 4 from the Riverton 49. Buffalo coming out, of course, they're led by Eli Patterson, their junior quarterback. He's in the gun again, 2 wide, double tight end set. He's going to hand off to the tailback. No, he hand off to the fullback, fooled everybody. He's all the way to the 30, the 25, down around about the 22-yard line. They're going to say the 21 is where he was dragged out of bounds, and boy, that was a nice play fake, Jay.
Yes, it was. It had me fooled. I thought we were getting ready to lose some yards.
And it's coming all the way back, however, after a great play fake on holding against Buffalo. So don't know where that happened.
I missed it. I was so confused on the play fake. They got me.
What'd they call?
Blocking the back.
Blocking the back, okay. Could not understand. They were muffled there. So blocking the back brings it back, but just from where it was, it just brings it back to the original, or not the original, where the second down scrimmage was. So we'll repeat second down from the exact same spot, the Riverton 49. Riverton already down 12-0, and we're just under halfway through the first quarter. Out of a very interesting pistol formation with a fullback, they're going to hand off to the tailback again. Nope, quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to gain about 3. So a lot of misdirection going on here by the Buffalo offense.
Yeah, they are definitely doing that PA real nice. I like that. I'd really like to see Riverton just get a little more aggressive.
Sets up the only third down that I think Buffalo has had tonight, and it'll be 3rd and 2 from the Riverton 46. So far, pretty much Buffalo has just ran the ball. They've shown a lot of pass formation, but they've ran the ball. Coming out of the scrimmage with a gun, but with a fullback and 3 wide. Snap is to the quarterback. He's going to run up the middle, and it's going to be close. I think they're going to give him the spot. I think he did reach the line to gain, which was the Riverton 45, but it would be close. And they're going to give it to him anyway. Jay, I have still yet to see them bring out the chains one time this season.
Yeah, if they don't have to, they're not going to.
I've yet to see them actually measure this. I watch them do it in college and pro all weekend long, but they never measure it here. So
yeah.
It'll be 1st and 10. He just barely made the 45 by the nose of the ball. From the Riverton 45, going from the gun, 1st and 10. Patterson at quarterback. He's got 3 wide to his right, 1 wide left. He's going to take it and toss it to the tailback. Tailback trying to get the corner. He has it at the 40 all the way down to the 35 and should be another 1st down, and it is.
Yeah. That tailback for Bison, he's pretty shifty. He's got a little bit of speed on him.
They are, and the scary part is if they line up this much in the shotgun, are they ever going to throw it? Because God knows they're setting it up well.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody's believing they're handing off a play-action pass here could be devastating for Riverton. Patterson brings his troops to the line. He's in that gun with a fullback up in front of him almost. 2 wide right. 1 goes in motion, and they're going to hand it off. They're looking. No, the quarterback kept it on a nicely done. He breaks 3 poor tackles and dances into the end zone. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but this play action and then taking off or handing to the fullback is, I got to say, it's a work of beauty.
Yeah, it is. They definitely know how to hide that ball on that play action, that fake handoff. I have been faked out every time they've done it.
Yeah, they've gotten me, and by the time that Riverton realized it, he was at the safeties. 2 safeties did have a beat on him and just tried to arm tackle him, and he just muscled through it. So that makes Buffalo 18, Riverton 0 with 3:36 to play in the first quarter. Let's see. Now, if you're a Buffalo fan and you haven't been listening in to us or watching us on YouTube, let's see if you can hit a PAT. The snap is good. It's down, and I think it is.
Good.
Yes, it is good. So, with 3:36 to play in the first quarter, it is Buffalo 19, the Riverton Wolverines 0. We'll be right back with the rest of the first quarter here on KTAK.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
And welcome back to KTAK's continuing coverage of Riverton Wolverine football. With 3:36 to play in the first quarter, it is 19-0 all in favor of Buffalo. They've had great field position. The worst field position has been from their own 45. The kickoff's going to sail into the end zone, and that means that Riverton will once again start their own 20. They did have 1 possession where they had really good field position, Jay, starting out at their own 49.
Yeah, and if they could have taken advantage of that, this would be a different ball game. Maybe not too different, but it at least give them some momentum, because that's all they need right now. Them boys just need a little bit of confidence.
They need something positive, most definitely. Right now on the day, they're sitting at, and I don't have that stat right in front of me, but they're sitting at about 0 yards on the day. When you factor in the loss of yardage on certain drives, they've gained only 5 yards of the original 1st and 10 on any series. So they're going from the gun. Blake Gantenbein has taken over at quarterback. I think he's still in there, and he's going to throw a completion, and it's going to be to the 30-yard line. That completion to Nathan Hutchinson. So there we have a Nathan Hutchinson sighting.
Got a first down.
Got the first down, and the biggest positive play of the day with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Still early, still some missed PATs. 19-0 is not bad if you can put up 7 here.
Yeah, that's all we need to do. That'll give them momentum, give them confidence and positive yards. I believe Riverton will start to work on him.
Gantenbein out of the gun. He had 4 wide. He's going to hand off to his tailback, and he's going to Braden Vincent's going to do everything he can. He ran about 8 yards, but only gained nothing. Actually, he lost one. I feel kind of bad for him. Broke several tackles, but the offensive line, the trenches are just not holding blocks long enough. And you've got to figure that some of this is because DeVries isn't back there. And as we saw in his last games, Lander in the game before against Rollins, he was starting to get confidence as a gunslinger.
Yeah, and I really believe that the team is missing him right now just because they know he knows the plays, he knows what's happening, how to control the pocket.
5 wide, Sheets going in motion, and there's going to be a flag there, some dirty laundry. Have no doubt that's going to be a false start on Riverton, and it is. The other thing, Jay, I've noticed is they've thrown the ball several times as Riverton, but it's always short. They haven't looked to throw anything mid-range or deeper, and you do wonder, is Gantenbein going to be able to do so? And maybe I had it wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I was pretty sure we saw number 1 in there earlier. I'm guessing he was not in the game, and we just couldn't read the number. Expecting to see Nate Hutchinson. But Blake Gantenbein, quarterback. This time Ty Sheets in motion. Gantenbein's going to keep it, and he's going to get speared at the line of scrimmage. So that will set up 3rd and 16 from the Riverton 25. So they gained 10 yards, and they lost 6. And this offense it's really struggling.
Yes, it is. I really feel like those pass plays, they need to stop doing that curl around. Maybe hit us with a slant, a post.
But the question, of course, is can they at this point? I mean, when you're going in high school football on a team that has 25 guys, you're going 3 deep at this point, and that's difficult.
Yeah.
From the gun, he's got 5 wide. 3 of those are on his left. Gantenbein's going to throw short over the middle to Nick McIntosh, complete. But, again, the short pass is only going to gain the 27-yard line of Riverton, which will set up 4th and 14. And so I do believe we will see number 86 coming back in. I feel pretty comfortable that I can read it now. Caden Arnold coming in to punt the ball away, or at least it looks like the 6s and the 8s, the way these guys wear their jerseys, they scrunch up quite a bit, so it's kind of hard to see. And, of course, normally Derek DeVries would be quarterback and punter.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He punted up until when he got hurt against Lander, and he entered, we do believe, the concussion protocol. The snap is off, almost blocked, and this punt is not very good. It's going to hit at the 46-yard line of Riverton and bounce back to the 43, which will mean it was a net gain from the spot of the ball of about 16 yards on the punt. And unfortunately, that means Buffalo has a short field again with 37 seconds left in the first quarter, Jay.
Yeah, our offensive line is not getting the job done at all. They're not holding the blocks the way as well at all. Their pass blocking is kind of suspect, but I really feel that everybody out there on the Riverton side is just a little bit frustrated.
Yes, from the gun. This time he's going to hand off. Not this time. He's handing off every single time.
Yeah.
And it's going to be for a gain of, I do believe, 6 to set up 2nd and 4.
Oh,
so
man.
to be 2nd and it's a long 4 from their own 37-yard line. The Buffalo, they've lined up in the shotgun nonstop, or the pistol, but they've ran it every single time.
Yes, they have. I'm waiting for them to put it in the air.
And why put it in the air and risk an interception when it's working? From the gun again, tailback's going to move over to his left. This time he is looking to throw. He's looking deep. He's got a man, complete at the 20 to the 10, and touchdown Buffalo.
Touchdown Bison!
Patterson on the 37-yard pass there. I'm trying to lay eyes on who it was to.
I couldn't see the numbers.
I can't see the numbers. We were warned by the PA guy with this light yellow and the white numbers, so that when the light hit it, it was going to be difficult to see. But Patterson there with a 37-yard touchdown pass. It went about 17 yards in the air.
Yeah.
Ran for 20, and it is now 25-0 with the PAT coming.
That's what we were waiting for. We told them once they did that play action, that it was going to work, and that guy was wide open.
They set it up for a long time.
Yeah.
PAT is up, and it is good. So with that, and that was the end of the first quarter as well. So after 1 quarter of play, the beleaguered and quite often actually hurt at key position.
Number 18 quarterback the whole first quarter.
Riverton is up.
I thought number 2 was a quarterback.
Riverton up. Riverton not up. Buffalo up 26-0 at the end of 1. We'll be right here on KTAK.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses.
And we're back here on KTAK. There's the kick. It's going to be fielded around the 15, and they're going to get some positive yards out of it, getting it out to about the 28-yard line of Buffalo. So Riverton down 26-0. We're just starting the second quarter here on KTAK. And while the last touchdown was a pass, 37-yard pass by Patterson, it has been all running.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they've set it up with a run. That pass was maybe a formality. They had ran so many times out of the gun. We did get confirmation. I was actually correct that Derek DeVries did start out at quarterback. We hope he's all right. He played in a series or 2, and he's been replaced by Blake Gantenbein now. Gantenbein's going out of the gun with 3 wide to the right, 1 up top. He fumbles the snap, picks it up, throws over the middle, and almost intercepted. He had, I do believe, Nathan Hutchinson open around the 45-yard line of Riverton, but he got both hands on it, but unable to haul it in. Tipped up in the air, dangerously close to the free safety there, Jay.
Yes, it was a beautiful ran play. We just need Hutchinson to hold on to that ball. I mean, he had it in his hands. That tip, though, was scary.
Yes, 11:52 to go. 2nd and 10 from the Riverton 28. Trying to open up the passing game. Again, 3 wide on the right, 1 on the left, 1 protecting back. Gantenbein's going to send Sheets in motion. He's going to not hand it off, but he's going to keep it. He's at the 30 to the 35. Out close to a first down. I think he's going to be maybe a yard short to set up 3rd and 1. And this will be the first time that they have played ahead of the line of scrimmage, ahead of the chains. I'll spit it out, Jay.
And they gave him a first.
Oh, they did give him the spot of the first, so that's nice to see. They're going to say he reached the 38-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10, and that would be Riverton's second first down of the day. Out of the gun, 2 wide right, 2 wide left, 1 protecting back for Gantenbein. He's going to get the snap. He drops it, and he falls on it this time, and the Wolverines are able to keep it as we go under 11:15 to play in the half. And as soon as we praise them for playing ahead of the chains, it's going to set up a 2nd and a long 14 from their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think the quarterback was ready for the snap. He was literally looking our direction when that ball came.
So 2 wide right, 2 wide left, 4 total. 1 protecting back, standing off to his right. Gantenbein out of the gun. He's going to get the snap. He's going to look to throw quickly. He does to Ty Sheets. Ty Sheets is going to gain about 3 before he's taken down. The DB's not playing off of these receivers at all. They know that, hey, we've got a guy who played quarterback all year. What's the chances he can beat us deep?
Yeah, and they are so far right. They are swarming the ball. We've had a couple of passes caught, and they're not going very far. They're not going anywhere.
All right, from the gun here on 3rd and 10, he did make the original line of scrimmage, and he's nicely done by Gantenbein there. He gave a false snap count, and basically this is one of those, ladies and gentlemen, where they could go everybody on the defensive line except for maybe the nose guard went. and jumped. So that'll make it 3rd and 5, which will make it more manageable from the 43-yard line of Riverton. Riverton today not able to get into Buffalo territory even when they started on their own 49. Out of the gun, 4 wide. Gantenbein with the snap, looks to throw quickly. It's complete for a first down at the 50.
That was a beautiful toss and catch right there.
Nicely done on a little button hook. That was Kate Gabrielson. We haven't called his name a lot this season. He's known for speed, and he's been covered pretty tightly this year. But on a little button hook there on the outside, able to come back, get the first down, and they still technically haven't reached Buffalo territory because, ladies and gentlemen, that ball is squarely on the 50.
Yeah.
Gantenbein out of the gun, same formation, just the protecting back on his left. Takes a snap, fakes it, tries to sidearm it. He does.
Nice move.
And Hutchinson's got it to the 40, 35-30. And he reaches all the way down. He's down at the 25, but he may have stepped out before that. He did. They're going to spot him out at the Buffalo 31, so that'll be a 19-yard pass play. Gantenbein hooking up with Hutchinson for the 1st and 10 with 9:27 to play in the half.
Beautiful call. That was a beautiful call. They ran it. They executed it perfect.
All right, going from the gun still. This time looks to be 4 wide, but 3 down low on his right. Protecting back on his left as his one receiver. Snap is taken. He looks to throw quickly. It's complete to Hutchinson. Hutchinson breaks a tackle and is going to get down to about the 22 or 21-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. It will be at the 21-yard line, and that should be good enough for a first down. Let's see. It's close. It's really close. Yes, it is. They give him the first down at the 21. Sets up a 1st and 10 for Riverton.
They've got a little two-man game going on here, and I'm liking it. They're moving the ball forward, which we've been waiting for them to do. Let's see what they can do here.
From the gun, short passes, they've been completing them now. Gantenbein's going to take the snap. He's going to hand off to Dominic Payne, who's going to reach the 19-yard line for a gain of 2.
He kept his feet moving, which we need to see, especially because we haven't had very much luck on the ground. So,
first run that I can lay my hands on, that is by Dominic Payne. So far the run, Braden Vincent with 1 carry and Ty Sheets on an end around, and neither one of them gained yards. In fact, Ty Sheets got speared in the backfield. But from the gun, 4 wide, 2 up top, 2 down low. Gantenbein surveys the defensive line, calls for the snap. Snap is good. He's going to look short again, and it's going to be complete. Nope, they're going to say Nathan dropped it, I do believe. I think that's Hutchinson. I'm trying to make sure of that. No, it's not Hutchinson. It was number 12, excuse me, in Hutchinson's normal area. That was Gunnar. If that is number 12, that's Gunnar Patterson on the drop with 8:20 to go in the first half, and sets up another 3rd and long, about 3rd and 9 from the Riverton, call it the 20-ish. So coming back out, got 4 wide again, got a protecting back there. Need 9. Gantenbein gets the snap. He's going to look left, fake it, and he's going back to his left and just overthrew it on the pump fake. Incomplete. He was trying to target, that is Nathan Hutchinson, trying to find Nathan Hutchinson. Got held up a little bit there by the DB, but probably not enough to get a flag, and it sets up 4th and 9.
I think that ref missed that because he actually got pushed back. So, I mean, he was well past the spot
5 yards.
Where he could get touched. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right, man. We getting this down. Okay, 4th and 9. Of course, Riverton down 26-0 with 8:17 in the half. Gonna go for it. Gantenbein lines up in 4 wide. Same formation. Running back on his left. Gets the snap. He looks left. He's throwing over. No! And for those who almost broke your speakers out, I do apologize. Threw it just a little bit behind Nathan Hutchinson and incomplete. If he throws that 1 yard more forward, Nathan walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
As such, though, it is a turnover on downs on the 20-yard line, and it took all that to actually be the worst starting field position of the day for Buffalo.
Yeah, and we needed that. That momentum is going to help these boys. I really believe that momentum is going to keep them going forward. They know what they can do now and what they can't do. Let's just see how they put it together.
And we're out of the gun is Buffalo. Going to hand it off to the tailback, setting up that run. And they've got him deep. Let's see if they're going to throw a horse collar. No, they're going to say they got him on the side. So nicely done by a pack of Wolverines to bring him down for a loss of 1. We do have an updated couple scores. Thermopolis and Cokeville. Cokeville dominating it late in the third quarter. It's 43-0 Cokeville. No, it's 49-0 now, excuse me. And with 7 minutes left in the half, Lander Valley is tied 7-7. So Lander Valley trying to eke out a win there and see what they can do. Right now, Riverton, their crosstown rivals, way behind. Out of the gun, going to be a handoff on an end around, and he's going to gain. He breaks it free, and now he's all the way out to the 40. He came out of that scrum completely. They're going to spot him at the 42-yard line. Just poor tackling.
How did he get out of that? He was surrounded.
I do believe that was, I don't know who that was for Buffalo. Buffalo, though, he was seamed in on the sidelines, ladies and gentlemen. And then also, he reminds me of the guy who's like 5'2", who played at Oregon State like a decade or two ago, who just would run into the scrum and somehow find his way out of it. Patterson out of the gun. This time he's going to keep it on 1st and 10 from the 42. And a whole host of Wolverines is going to stack him and push him back. They're going to give him a gain of about 7 inches to set up second and a very long 9 with 6:50 to go in the first half.
Yeah, that was beautiful how they swarmed that ball. They were not surprised at all.
So second and a long 9. We could basically call it second and 10, but it's not quite 10 yards. He gained about a foot maybe. Yeah. So they're going to go from the gun with the fullback again, not the true pistol, but they're going to take the snap, hand it off to the tailback, and he's at the 45 to about the 46 is where they're going to spot him for a 3-yard gain. So it's going to be after the 7 inches, it'll set up 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, I think our boys are ready for the run. They're watching that a lot more now. Seems like they're swarming to the ball a little bit. They got to keep their eyes open, though, because that's exactly what happened last time when he had that 37-yard pass for 6.
Just realized I hadn't changed the quarter on the scoreboard. Apologize to those watching on YouTube. From the gun, Patterson fades back. He's going to throw it over the middle and incomplete. He threw it between 2 receivers almost as if he changed his mind mid-throw.
That's what I was thinking. And I think there was a little bit of pressure because you seen he had to step up, run a little bit, and then threw it to no one.
So Patterson's in there. That doesn't mean much of anything as far as them going for it because he is backing up as if he is the punter. He does have 3 protecting upbacks there. So, and we have 1 player back. I can't really tell who that is. Most likely Ty Sheets, maybe Braden Vincent. Snap is to Patterson, and he's going to punt it, and boy, it's high. It's not overly far, but boy, is it high. Nice. It's going to hit at the 36 and then bounce all the way to the 47-yard line of Buffalo. So that'll be where the Riverton Wolverines take possession. We'll be right back. 26-0, 5:40 in the half here on KTAK.
Dr. Frazier offers over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation, whether it's carpet, hardwood.
And we're back on KTAK. From the gun is Gantenbein. He's going to fake the end around to Sheets and keep it himself. And he is going to rush forward for about 4 where they'll spot him. It was 1st and 10 from the Riverton 47. It will be 2nd and 6 from the 49-yard line of Buffalo.
That was a good called play there. I like how, the fake handoff, it definitely wasn't fooling anybody, but I like how the quarterback kept his legs moving. He was not going to be denied those yards.
No, but key is do a drive just like you just did, Jay, but get points.
Yes.
You can only come back, and granted, it's a tall task, but you only come back 6-7 points at a time. So from the gun with 5 wide, 3 on the right, 2 on the left, Gantenbein gets the snap. He's looking off to his left. He's going to get sacked. No, he's going to throw it, And that could almost be grounding because there was nobody near there, and he was still in the tackle box, I do believe, but dangerous throws. 2 DBs, for Buffalo saw it coming and were trying to get to it to intercept it. So, but it falls harmlessly incomplete for 3rd and 6. Nope. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for a second there I thought Riverton was backing up there, but it will be 3rd and 6 from the 49. Thought he might have thrown it. We just didn't see it.
Yeah.
All right, Gantenbein going to go again with 5 wide. 3 on right, 2 on left. They're going, Riverton going left to right on the radio dial. Sheets in motion. They fake it. Gantenbein's going to keep it, and he's got some room. He's at the 40 to the 35 down to the 33-yard line. 16-yard rush for Blake Gantenbein on 3rd and long. On 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, that was the same play that he got those last yards on. I mean, the quarterback's got some legs. He likes to move.
He's definitely starting to look like he's more comfortable out there with 4:38 to go in the half. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line of Buffalo. Gantenbein trying to lead his first scoring drive, not just of this game, but his first scoring drive of the season. He's in the gun with 5 wide again. Calls for the snap. He's going to look off to his left. He's going deep. He might have a man. No. It was Nathan Hutchinson who had to slow up. If that ball's thrown a little bit further, he has it. But word of caution to the listeners, every time Gantenbein's taking the snap to throw, he's looked to his left.
Yes.
And you know some defensive back coaches are noticing that. So, of course, can't blame him trying to get to Nathan Hutchinson, but he's staring his receiver down. So far, it hasn't come back to bite him.
He hasn't looked over to the right at all. And he definitely, when he takes that and it's a pass play, he's just going left.
5 wide, almost 4. Tight end, though, in the stand-up position off the line. So 5 wide. They're going to send Hutchinson in motion. They fake the end around to him, and Gantenbein's going to keep it. He's going to gain a few, and he's just going to get stacked at the 31-yard line, which will mean it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 31. So another long 3rd down conversion will be necessary. I would guess that Riverton's in 4-down territory.
Yeah, they're definitely in 4-down territory. I'd like to see him throw to the right a little bit because these guys are open every time. They know that he's where he's going.
26-0, all in favor of Buffalo. 3rd and 9 from, they're going to say 3rd and 9 from their own 32. That's where they're going to spot him. So 3rd and 9 from the 32 with 3:35 to go in the first half. Blake Gantenbein at quarterback. He's out of the gun. He's got 4 wide with trips to the left. Takes a snap. He does look right. Throwing. And Nathan Hutchinson, short gator arm that one, as they say, reached out but anticipated the hit coming from the safety. And, yeah, it was coming if he catches it. So falls incomplete with 3:22 to play in the half. Set up a 4th and 9. And there's no way you're punting here. And I've not seen a field goal kicker for Riverton at this distance. So Gantenbein will come out in the gun, it looks like. Hutchinson taking a little time there, comes out to the right. Trips are on the left, and the protecting back is on the right. Looking over the defensive line, and Gantenbein is going to draw a flag again, a critical flag there. It's going to be encroachment by Buffalo, which will at least make it 4th and 4, make it a little more manageable in the fact that you could do just about any play you want to.
Yeah, I mean, if I was him, I'd like to see Hutchinson run the ball. Put him in the backfield. He's got speed.
That he does. They've got options on the end around. Hutchinson ran it on a fake just a few plays ago. Ty Sheets, of course, has been running that all season. Trips left, and Hutchinson is down low on the right, closest to us. Gantenbein takes a snap. He's looking right. He's going to throw to Hutchinson. It's complete at the 20. He breaks a tackle. He breaks another one. He's at the 15. To the 10. Breaks another 5. Touchdown, Riverton.
Oh, yeah. And that's what you do. You keep your legs moving, make a move or two, and you got 6.
Hutchinson breaking all sorts of tackles there. Nicely done. They listened to you, Jay. They went right. And it's not that they just went right. They moved Nathan Hutchinson to the right where he'd been on the left to try and confuse him. And Riverton is on the board with 3:12 to play in the half.
That was a beautiful play. Beautiful catch. And then afterwards, those yards afterwards, that was great.
PAT, Nick McIntosh with the hold. Snap is good and down, hold is down, and it is good. I'm trying to lay an actual number on the kicker here. I do apologize. I do believe it's Hunter Saltzgaver. It has been all year, number 20. So we'll go with that. So Riverton able to make it 26-7 here as we get into the final few minutes of the first half. We've got to pay some bills, so we'll take this break with them and be right back on KTAK.
Our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
How he slapped that guy's arm off.
And we're back, as you just heard Jay talking about. He slapped the guy's arm off of him, stiff-armed the guy. He broke 3 tackles on his way to the end zone. 26-7, Buffalo over Riverton. Riverton now looking at a potential comeback down by 19, Jay. They must get a stop here.
Yes, they have to stop them from getting anywhere close to that end zone.
Saltzgaver has it teed up, and they're going to hit it along the – it's going to be a ground ball, but it's going to scoop between all sorts of legs down to the 12.
Oh, come on now.
And here we've got a return. 30 to the 40. He's going to get to the 50. He's still on his feet, and he's going to take it all the way for a kick return touchdown. Wrong team. Is Blake Bell, a senior wide receiver. He's going to go 88 yards for Buffalo, and that was absolutely the one thing that could not happen as Buffalo goes up 32-7.
Yeah, that was that was horrible. That was horrible. We had him.
Wait, we may have some dirty laundry on the field. We do have some dirty laundry. During the return, holding. So let's get that off the screen there. He did make his way all the way down, but it's courtesy of a hold. Let's see where this is going to put him. It was early, we can tell that much. It was about 20 yards into his run when he was bypassing a lot of people. So that should put the ball right down around the 21-yard line of Buffalo, and that's exactly where it's going to be. So, camera guy, can we get where we need to? Thank you, sir. So now that it takes 6 off the board with 2:59, Riverton still needing a stop. 3 wide, 1 tailback for Buffalo. Patterson's going to take the low snap. He's going to keep it, and he's got 5. He's got 10. He's got 15, 20, 25. He's at the 50. He's down to the 40. He's going to skirt around, and he's going to wind up going out of bounds. Well, get tackled / out of bounds all the way down on the Riverton 22-yard line with 2:46 to go. The one thing that they could not afford to have happen.
I mean, they got a break there with the hold, got pushed back even 10 yards further, and then, I mean, they had him. They touched him. It's not like he didn't get touched at all, so I'm just wondering what's going through Riverton's head right now.
57-yard game. Patterson takes the snap, but we have whistles blowing it dead. Flag on the field, I do believe. Can't see it through the mass of bodies. No, it's going to be timeout by Riverton. So with 2:42 to go in the half, Buffalo Bison 26, Riverton Wolverines 7. We'll be right back on KTAK right after these messages. We're right back on KTAK. Again, 2:42 to play in the half. Buffalo all over the Riverton Wolverines, 26-7. out of the pistol formation is Patterson. He's going to hand it off, and the running back's got the 22. He's going to gain, we got a horrible angle on this, but I'm going to say at least 7 or 8. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be spotted at the 16, which would set up a gain of 6, but we have a flag on the field. Holding against Buffalo, so that'll back it up at least 10 from the spot of the hold, not fold. 10 yards from the spot is going to move it back to the 29-yard line, so that will set up a 1st and 17 for Buffalo. Patterson for them in the pistol again. All-out blitz look to be coming. He's going to hand it off. He's got all the penalty yards back and then some. He's going to get all the way down. I do believe he got a first down there, Jay.
Yeah, it looked like he did. I don't know what is going on. These Buffalo boys, they got a little bit of moves on them, but they're getting hit. They're definitely getting touched before they get to the first down. We're just not wrapping up. We're doing a whole bunch of arm tackling. We definitely need to stop that.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Patterson quickly into the pistol with 2:27. He's going to hand off to the tailback again, who's going to look to go to his left. He's got it. He's going to go all the way to the left and in for the score to make it 32-7.
Penalty carry for the Bison.
So 32-7. Another running back carry for the Bison, Jay.
Yeah, oh, man. I mean, that running back, he's fast. I'll give it to him. He's fast. But I feel like Riverton they could put it to him if they just have a little more aggressiveness. They need to get angry.
PAT is now being set up to try and make it 33-7. Takes a second there. They're looking over the sideline. I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but you can tell by that ref's jersey that the wind has gotten even worse. PAT snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:20 to go in the first half, it is the Buffalo Bison 33, your Riverton Wolverines 7. We'll be right back with the rest of the first half here on KTAK.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
And we're back here on KTAK. It has been all Buffalo Bison over our Riverton Wolverines, 33-7 with 2:20 to go in the first half. Start out being a game of field position, Jay, and since then it's basically become -1 touchdown pass by both teams. It has been a game that's been decided by Buffalo runs.
Yes, they definitely like to keep the ball on the ground.
Kicker's going to tee it up at the 40. He's going to kick a low-line drive. It's going to bounce at the 15 and into Dominic Payne's hands. He's at the 20 to the 25. He's going to stay in bounds, it looks like, out to about the 28, 29-yard line. Let's see where the far side official spots it.
And that was a good run there. I mean, it hit the ground. He had to go get that. And so I'm excited that he got past the 20.
They're going to give him, it looks like, right at the 29, which will set up a 1st and 10 for Riverton. 2:14 to go. They've had some moments of momentum, including a touchdown pass, but they just were unable to hold as they've been out there seemingly all day, but the Bison haven't taken long to score, though, either. For those on the radio who have just tuning in, Blake Gantenbein playing quarterback today for Riverton. They're going to throw to Ty Sheets to the 45. He's at the 50. He's out into the 45 to the 44. Maybe the 43 is where they'll give him of Buffalo. So nicely done. Gantenbein starting to get his legs under him and finds Ty Sheets for a gain to the 44-yard line. That being a gain of 26 plus 2, so 28 yards on the tie sheets throw with the tie sheets completion with 2 minutes to go in the first half. 1st and 10. Gantenbein has 4 wide, 2 on each side. He surveys the defense, takes a snap, looking to throw again. He's thrown across the middle. Nate Hutchinson has it at the 30. Nate Hutchinson at the 25 to the 20, down to the 18, 17, about the 16, and we're going to get a flag. My guess is going to be face mask, as he's or late hit, because he was the only Riverton player there.
Yeah. And that was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Hutchinson, he knows how to play some ball.
So they're going to give him all the way down to the 15, which means it was just shy of a 30-yard gain, 29-yard gain at the 15, and they're marking it off here. Incidental face mask, which Wyoming being one of the few places that incidental face mask still exists.
Yeah.
Certain high schools do it. No, college it's 15 now, and pro it's 15.
Yep.
But that will set up 1st and goal for Riverton with 1:44 to go in the half. Gantenbein now with 5 wide, 3 on his left. He's going to take the snap. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to gain about 3, I do believe. It's as close to 1st and goal as possible from the 10-yard line there, but they gave him just shy inside of it. He's going to gain 3 there to the 7-yard line, set up 2nd and goal with 1:20, and the clock is moving.
That was a beautiful run there.
Nice run for 3 yards by Gantenbein after 2 nice completions to tie sheets and then McIntosh. Braden Vincent's going to line up in the backfield to the left of Gantenbein. He's got 4 wide, takes a snap. He's looking right. He's going to throw for the corner, and he way overthrew that one. He had a man and a good idea of going high, but just way too high. And with 59 seconds, it will be 3rd and goal from the 7.
He's putting the ball in the air, and that's nice. He's actually putting it to where only his receiver is going to catch it. Just need to take a little bit of mustard off of that. And that's 6.
Correction, that's more like the 8 as I look through the camera lens here. So it'll be 3rd and goal, 8 yards to go. Gantenbein now with 4 wide, same formation. And we're going to have a timeout by Riverton. So 59 seconds to go. Buffalo 33, Riverton 7. But the Wolverines are knocking on the door. We'll be right back on KTAK.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School football. 59 seconds left in the first half. Buffalo all over Riverton 33-7. But the Wolverines and Gantenbein at quarterback are knocking on the door here. 3rd and goal from the 8. 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Gantenbein has 1 protecting back with him. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look right. He's going to throw it way over everybody's head, almost like he didn't know where he wanted to go with it, and it falls to the ground, so it'll set 4th and goal with 55 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if that was confusion on the receivers not running the right route, or if he just thought he called a different play, because that definitely looked like he was just putting the ball up there.
Yeah, I do not know where it was intended for, but it did fall incomplete. So here we go, 4th and goal from the 8-yard line for Riverton. Gantenbein, same exact formation, although he's joined back there by number 18. That's Blake Gantenbein. He's going to throw it across the middle. The intended receiver was Nick McIntosh. He got 1 hand on it, but not 2. So it falls incomplete, and it will be a turnover on downs. Man. It's 3 straight throws from there. No look at running the ball and staring down guys to the right and basically overthrowing them.
Yeah.
Basically throwing high on every single pitch. After we just commented during a break that Blake seemed to be settling down.
Yeah, I thought he was, but I don't know if he got hurt. It looked like he kind of hobbled off the play before this last one.
So from the gun, 3 wide, but don't let that fool you. They're going to hand it off. is Buffalo, and they're going to reach out to about the 30-31 yard line and a easy first down after the turnover on downs. They're not the 30-31, excuse me, the 20 or 21. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 21.5-yard line. 38 seconds left, and it doesn't seem like they're in any hurry, but all they need to do is break one.
Yeah, and they are good at doing that.
Buffalo now 4 wide with Trips on the left, protecting back on the right. Patterson takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to the tailback. No, he isn't. He's going to keep it. Their play action's beautiful, but this time Riverton didn't get fooled and gets him down after a gain of 3 with 14 seconds left. That may indeed be the last snap of the half. Let's see here. We're under 7 seconds. That will be the last snap of the half. So, after 24 minutes of play, Buffalo Bison 33, Riverton Wolverines 7. We'll be right back with the CWC halftime show right after these messages here on KTAK.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Wyoglass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyoglass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyoglass is Lander.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like April better.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
And we're back, and welcome to the Central Wyoming College Halftime Show here on KTAK. So, Jay, what have you thought of the first half so far?
Buffalo is they're running the ball. They've thrown it a couple times, but they've got some ground and pound going on right there. They moved that ball on the ground nice. Riverton, I just feel like they were confused the first couple of plays. We had that fumble right away, which I swore we fell on, but I'm up here in the box. So.
I don't know how that happened. And that was kind of the last. I think we saw one more drive of Derek DeVries. Of course, he coming off what we were told was concussion protocol, having missed last week. And that was the end of it. I don't know if he's still banged up. I don't know if he got a headache. We don't want to speculate too much more than that. And Nathan Hutchinson not going into quarterback like he did last week as the starter in DeVries' full absence, but Blake Gantenbein coming in at quarterback threw me a little bit just because I hadn't seen him at quarterback except for sparingly, I do believe, this year. And you could very much tell in the very early going, Jay, that it was shall we say, he had to get some cobwebs and some rust at that position out of the way.
Yeah, he was a little nervous, a little cold, let's just say. Hadn't had a chance to really warm up, and seemed like the game was just a little too fast for him, but he settled down. He had a couple good throws in there.
Of course, the big one being a completion to Nate Hutchinson for a touchdown. It was a nice completion. Found him on the right side after they had lined Nathan up on the left the entire game, and it seemed to be exactly where he was going. He found Nathan Hutchinson on the right, And then the last 17-ish yards or so, it was all Hutchinson.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking tackles, slapping a guy away. I mean, just out-muscling some Buffalo players. And that at that point, it was after spotting them 26, it was 26-7. And you thought, okay, get a stop here. About 3.5 minutes left in the half. Get to half, they're still going to get the ball, but maybe you can start to put something away. Well, then we see them run the kickoff all the way back.
Yeah.
Luckily, a hold brings it all the way back again, but then a 57-yard run by the quarterback on what I'm not sure it was a busted play, but was a bad snap down around his ankles. Able to pick that up and go basically just flip the field, bring it all the way down. And a defense that had been out there quite a bit and had really just been pounded to death, because it's a very unique offense. For those of you who aren't watching, you swear it's like the old Auburn Tigers with Cam Newton when Gus Malzahn was their coach. You'd swear it was the spread option.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of the option part of it. There's not a lot of read draws where he's leaving the ball in. They're just handing it to tailbacks, occasionally quarterback keeping it on a design and just pounding Riverton basically into the ground.
Yeah, that is exactly what is going on. They are running the ball. When they said that, I mean, there was a couple times where I was confused, and I thought he did hand the ball off to the halfback, and that quarterback kept it and got a couple yards. And I like the play, that last play where he did go that 57 yards. If that wasn't a busted play, then I don't know what it was, because it definitely wasn't looking like that was the design of the play.
Absolutely, and it's just they have lined up and they have done what they've wanted to do. So credit, we don't want to take anything away from the Buffalo Bison. This was an offense for Riverton that looked highly confused, especially early on, and who can blame them with different guys coming in and doing different things. It's a banged-up squad, and it has to be at least somewhat emotionally draining when you see Derek. Okay, our starters coming in. As Nathan said, Derek is the starter. We want him here when he got hurt that week against Lander. You see him out there, you're like, okay, we've got our starter back, and then 2 series in and he's out. And I don't think we're probably going to see him again today. I don't know if we'll get Coach Anderson up here in the Click It or Ticket postgame show. That just depends on how they want to go back and how quickly they want to get back. This being roughly the furthest road game of the year. A reminder that if you are looking for Lander Valley action, they, of course, are right now playing on KFCW. I'm waiting to get a most up-to-date score, and I have one. But Sean O'Bray teaming with Ernie over on KFCW. I have a score, but I don't have who's leading, so we'll wait for that. We do have a final from Kevin Simpson and Jordan McCamey in Thermopolis, where Cokeville, just pounds the Cats at a score of 49-0.
Oh, wow. Ow.
So one more game in the Thermopolis season, I do believe. Same thing with Riverton, most likely, where they will be going to Worland. But come on out, guys. Worland is not that far of a drive. Come on out, support these guys, especially these seniors, because while Senior Day is emotional, it's a big deal because it's your last game at home. For many, if not all of these players, next week, if you're a senior, is the last time in their lives they will ever play truly competitive level football.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. You know, these seniors, most of them have given this team 4 years, and so you want to go out and support them. You want to go out and show them that you're grateful that they were able to do that, and they didn't hesitate. They came out and gave us 4 years and everything they had.
Absolutely. And reminder that we will be here during basketball season. I got the good word earlier this week that Mr. Jay Collins of Fremont Motors, GMC and Chevy, right?
Yes, sir.
Is going to be joining us for basketball, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll probably still have Connor on the camera. He's a good little bit of fun and humor on the car rides here. Of course, we will looking forward to the Stranigan, an invitational. They call it a tournament, but it's invitational style because there is no real champion of it. So, of course, Riverton and somewhat Lander Valley host that. So that will be coming up in December. And if some of the rumors are true, I'm not going to leak them yet, But if some of the rumors are true, we got some great opponents coming in, and maybe some Fremont special opponents that weren't in it last year or haven't been in it a whole lot. So we're looking forward to that. A reminder that also KTAK is your home for not only Riverton Wolverine football, but Wolverine and Lady Wolverine basketball and Wolverine and Lady Wolverine soccer. We'll also have Lander Valley on KFCW, both girls and boys, as well as Thermopolis, both girls and boys on KWYW. And of course, as always during basketball season, you can listen to the silky smooth tones of Cody Beers on KDNO, as he will be bringing you all the action from Ethity with the Wyoming Indian Chiefs and Lady Chiefs as they look to get back to where they rightfully feel they belong, and that being state championships. We do have a score at half from Lander. Lander Valley Tigers are up 17-7 right now as they have entered halftime as well. So we'll see how that goes and see if they can pull out the win. We've got about 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the halftime. It was homecoming here. They crowned a king and queen, and now the band is performing here on the Central Wyoming College halftime show. Our halftime, as I just said, this halftime show is brought to you by Central Wyoming College. For information on their wide range of courses and programs, including their 4-year bachelor's degree programs, visit cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here. We'll be right back with more of the CWC halftime show here on KTAK.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gold Cadillac, coupe bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back to the Central Wyoming College Halftime Show here on KTAK. We've got about, it says 30 seconds left in halftime, so that means 3 minutes and 30 seconds if they so choose to take the warm-up time. But call me crazy here, but this game, there is a way to come back in this. You got to score a touch. You got to get 3 and out.
Yeah.
On the first possession, which will go to Buffalo. Then you got to score a touchdown. Then you got to get another stop and a touchdown. Now that sounds like a lot. Like I'm going to keep going. Granted, but that'll get you within striking distance where you think with a smaller team, both in size and in quantity of players, both as far as weight on the offensive line, defensive line, and strength. That could get you to the point where adrenaline takes in. Hey, we're only down 12, but I'm not a fool per se. It's got to be executed to perfection.
Yes, it does. We definitely need to, on this first possession here. We need to get 3 and out right away. And you know, if we get 3 and out down here, and we get the ball, we kick a field goal, we still can get into this. That momentum will change and. Our boys will start getting – they'll be the ones jumping around on the sidelines. And
unfortunately, the way to beat Buffalo really seems to favor more, and I think it'd be a different story. I'm not saying we'd be in the lead, but with DeVries out there in the fact that you can tell this Buffalo offense, although they line up in the read option, they line up out of gun a lot, they don't seem like they want to throw.
No.
And a team that doesn't want to throw, you almost got to force, and you got to get up early. And as we said pregame, ladies and gentlemen, we said that, hey, they got to do something this first drive, start moving the ball, not play behind the chains. And what happens? A turnover on the first snap from scrimmage that led to 6 points. And we say 6 because they missed their first 2 PATs.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's a tall task. It's a daunting one. The chance of success, well, to quote Gimli from Lord of the Rings, you know, huge chance of death, small opportunity for success. What are we waiting for?
Right.
Yeah. But this halftime show is brought to you by Central Wyoming College. For more information on their wide range of courses and programs, including their 4-year bachelor's degree programs, visit cwc.edu. That wraps up our halftime show brought to you by Central Wyoming. We'll be right back to kick off the second half here on KTAK.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine, Adina Vasco, and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School football. At the half, it is Riverton 7, Buffalo 33. And really, I mean, if you could eliminate the first quarter, it might have been a good thing, Jay.
Yeah, that's the quarter we definitely need to go ahead and toss away. From the beginning, it was just horrible.
So Saltzgaver will tee it up here. 12 minutes on the clock. Riverton's going to be kicking from the left to the right on the radio dial. If you're trying to imagine it, Saltzgaver has it up on the tee. The wind has subsided greatly from the first half. Saltzgaver with his approach, and they're going to kick it low.
Go get that.
And it's going to bounce up into a Buffalo Bison's hands at the 40, and he's going to run out of bounds at the 42. A little fast of a kick for it to be a true onside opportunity, but could have very well been. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 43, actually, for Buffalo.
Yeah, that kick, he takes a little bit off of that, has the same bounce. They've got a real good chance of recovering that.
All right, so Patterson, I do believe, still in at quarterback. He is number 16 for Buffalo. They're going out of that kind of ad hoc gun/pistol. The snap's going to go off, and they're going to run the end around. Nope, they hand it off to the tailback on a fake again. They had me faked out, but they didn't have the refs faked out on the fact that they false started, I do believe. Nope, never mind. Okay, so we're going to take this timeout with them. Very odd timeout. We're 3 seconds into the second half, and Coach Anderson has elected to call timeout. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Wyoglass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyoglass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyoglass is Lander.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton football. So Riverton calls timeout 3 seconds into the second half. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line for Buffalo. Out of the gun, quarterback's going to hand it off to the end around, and he's going to get wrapped up for a loss at the 40-yard line by a whole host of Riverton Wolverines. That was Blake Bell, who was coming around on the end around for Buffalo.
Yeah, I like how Riverton, before the ball was snapped, they actually had the whole defensive back scoot up. They're ready for the run.
So it's going to be 1st and 13 from the 40-yard line for Buffalo. Patterson brings them up. This is one of the few times they're actually in the traditional gun. 1 tight end, 3 wideouts, and a running back. The snap is going to be handed off to the tailback, and he's got room. He's going to reach the 45, and boy, what a tackle. He got stuck there by a Wolverine. Let's see if we can get a number on that. I'm looking right at him. Just turned towards me. I think that was Drevin Monroe. It was, who stuck him and kept him from getting the first down, but he had room on a gain of about 7, which will set up a 3rd and 6 from the 47-yard line. They were, of course, scrimmaging from the 43-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So, and after the loss, they're on 40. But now from the pistol again, Patterson back there. He was not expecting that snap. They're going to quickly throw the screen, and he's going to break a tackle by Nick McIntosh, and I do believe he's going to have the first down. It's going to be really, really close, but he does indeed have it. Good job by Buffalo to not block in the back there. So Hulk Hogan over on the PA system telling us to eat our vitamins and do push-ups. No, he really loves his job. I don't blame him. I love my job too, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
so,
fun.
Patterson going from the pistol again, unfortunately able to convert there on 3rd and 6. He got all the way to the 46-yard line of Riverton. Man going in motion is Bell. They're actually going to fake it to him and give to the tailback. And boy, has he got some room to go. He's at 30 and runs absolutely over not Drevin Monroe. He absolutely ran over Branson Saltzgaver there and gained about the 28-yard line, I do believe. They're going to say the 29. It is the 29. So nice gain there by Blake Bell, who was shot out of a cannon, Jay.
Yeah, he was around that corner and lowered that shoulder and ran right through that defender. That was a big smack right there.
So first and 10 from the gun. Patterson under pressure. He's going to take off. He was looking to throw, and he's going to run right into a Riverton defender after a gain of about 6. We'll call it 5.
Yeah.
He ran just like he was gunning for him.
Yeah.
Like somebody had stolen his Triscuits.
And he wanted them back, huh?
Yes. Oh, you think that's funny? You just wait until I start comparing the jump ball and basketball to the worst thing in the world ever. The possession arrow, that is.
Yeah.
Possession arrow.
Oh, man.
Worse than sour cream flavored Triscuits, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the gun, the handoff again to the tailback, and he's just running at will this time, all the way down to the thing they're going to give him the 8. I thought he reached the 7. They're going to give him right between the 8 and the 9-yard line, which will set up a first down for the Bison. And quite honestly, the Wolverine defense looks like they're just tired and beat up.
Yeah, they look tired, real sluggish. Not swarming the ball like they did that first play of this the second half here. It's looking a little rough.
8:51 to go in the third quarter. Out of the gun is the Bison. Snap. He's going to fake the handoff. Quarterback keeps himself and walks in. Just walks into the end zone to make it 39-7.
Yeah, Riverton, the whole team thought he handed that ball off, and he literally got to walk in.
Yes, he did. But the PA announcer's still very excited, no matter what. So they're going to try and attempt PAT. They've missed 2 today. Has the Bison, and they've been good ever since then.
Mm-hmm. I think we could get in there and block this one too.
Yes, they did have a block earlier in the game. Snap is down and the kick is up. But we're going to have a false start against the Bison. So 8:39 to play in the third, 39-7, all in favor of Buffalo. And now this is what you see after a first half of running. We saw it in the Evanston game, which is a team running against a team that doesn't have a whole lot of players to switch in and out, a lot of guys who play both ways. Is physical running just beats you down.
Oh, yeah.
It's a submission type of game. It's not flashy. It's not shock and awe, but it beats you down. So after they move the ball back 5 yards, snap is down, kick is up, and kick is no good.
Wow.
So with 8:39 left in the third quarter, it is 39-7, Buffalo over our Riverton Wolverines. We'll be right back on the Voice of the Wolverines, KTAK.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 It's Physical Therapy Month. October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like April better.
And we're back here on KTAK, 8:39 in the third quarter, 39-7. I know you folks in YouTube land are going, why does he keep talking like that? Well, I'm calling the game for radio, and that's why I have to keep throwing out the time and score, which you are able to see on your screen, at least the score and what quarter it is. So it's 39-7. They've missed 3 PATs, has Buffalo. Here goes the kick. It's low, and it's going to bounce at about the 15. Picked up, I do believe, by Sheets, but I'm not fully sure. He's at the 25, out to the 30. I think he's going to get to the 33-yard line. Let me make sure that was who I thought it was. No, it was Nathan Hutchinson, excuse me, on the return there. He is now in the return. If we get Coach Anderson after this game, we'll be sure to ask him about that move. As far as it had been Dominic Payne and Ty Sheets in the backfield, or returning kicks, I should say. So now that Hutchinson has joined him, Gantenbein now brings the Wolverines to the line with 4 wide, 2 left, 2 right. Takes a snap, looks left, he's come back right. Oh, he's hit. That might have been a fumble, but they're going to blow it dead, and it went harmlessly out of bounds. But he got absolutely lit up, Jay.
Yes, he did. That I felt that up here. That was hard. That was a hard hit.
He got lit up when he was bringing I thought it was when the ball was coming back. I mean, I'll be fair and truthful. I thought the ball was coming back and it was a fumble.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. Maybe the refs are just like, hey, let's give him one.
And it went out of bounds, too, so it wasn't recovered or anything. So it would still be Wolverine ball, but it sets up 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. That is where they gave it to him. Gantenbein, he's got 4 wide, same formation. He's going to hand off, and another hard hit on the tailback, and then the pile just goes toppling over, and that was rough.
Yeah, these Buffalo boys know how to lower the pads and do some sticking. That's for sure.
Yeah, they look like they wanted to get back on the field.
Yeah,
there's no doubt there.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 out of the gun, of course. It looks like Hutchinson's going to go out left, Ty Sheets right, and 2 other guys, one on each side. Can't lay out a number. Gantenbein takes it. He's going to look to his left. He's going to throw it immediately, and it's just dropped by Hutchinson. Would have been well short as he was well played, and that sets up 4th and 10 with 7:49. They didn't even hold it a minute. 7:49 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, you're pushed so far back, you need to go ahead and punt this one.
Yeah, there is no choice here, in my opinion, too, and it looks like they are not going to punt it. So on 4th and 10, I guess if you lose type of thing. I think they're just trying to draw them off sides. That looks exactly like it is what they're trying to do. No play clock here, so we're just watching for the umpire in the back to throw his hands up. They snap it anyway. He's going to throw it out to Hutchinson, and he's going to get thrown well short. Actually, no, he's still up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but he only reaches about the 39-yard line. That's going to leave him well short. He should have been down further there. They were on this sideline, the Buffalo sideline. We couldn't see through the Buffalo players. It looked like he was down, but my wife somewhere at home, Jay, is going, throw it for the chains. You can't really expect to get a 4th and 10 when you throw it for 4 or 5.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking. They're 4th and 10. You need to throw the ball. You need to put it in the air and have your receiver go get it.
So turnover on downs. It's going to be at the 39-yard line of Riverton for Buffalo.
Man. All right, here we go, defense.
Buffalo now coming out in the pistol, 3 wide, 2 to the left. He's got a fullback in there. He's going to hand off to the tailback, not surprising, who's going to get stood up about the 37-yard line for a short gain of 2. It'll set up 2nd and 8 from the Riverton 37.
Yeah, these Buffalo, that O-line, they can create a hole. That hole is huge.
Yeah, they're definitely getting them into the linebacker and secondary with regularity.
Yeah.
Clock is moving, still 39-7, obviously. About to go under 7 minutes on this play. True shotgun formation with a back to his left and 2 up top, 1 down low. But he's going to hand it off to the tailback. Yeah, he's at the 35 to the 30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone for a touchdown. And it will be 45-7, all in favor of Buffalo.
I'm telling you that running game is dangerous, and it can be stopped. It can be stopped. Riverton can stop that running game. They need to bring that secondary up a little bit and not just run forward. Take a second, see where that ball's going to go, and then go get it.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, the linemen are able to get way downfield on it. I mean, they've definitely wore Riverton down and basically out of it. So that just happens. The PAT is up and good, by the way, so they've still missed 3 on the day. That's been kind of the bright spot for Riverton. 46-7, all in favor of Buffalo. We'll be right back with the kickoff here on KTAK.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
And we're back here on KTAK, 6:53 to go in the third quarter, 46-7 in favor of Buffalo. They just scored on yet another run. They've only passed, I think, for 1 touchdown, ran for all the rest. Kick is up, and it's going to be fielded at, nope, it's going to be dropped by Dominic Payne at the 11. He picks it back up. Maybe they'll throw things off. He's at the 20. He's out to the 30. He's got some room. He's to the 40. Let's see where they're going to say he stepped out. They're going to give him about the 41-yard line. So nice return there by Dominic. They always say if you do drop the ball, you sometimes pick out and throws everybody off because instead of looking for you on kick coverage, they're going, oh, fumble, ball. And that looked to be the case here as Riverton will have the ball at the Buffalo 41.
You know, that was good a good way for him to pick up the ball. You did see the defense or the kick team get a little confused. They were looking at the ground instead of at the runner.
Oh, yeah, from the gun, trips to the right, single up top left, one protecting back for Gantenbein. He's going to take the snap. He hands off to the tailback, and that's either Tice. I saw it too. That's Dominic Payne. He's going to gain nothing. Yeah. In fact, they may give him a loss. Let's see here. Nope, they basically give him nothing. So it was up 2nd and 10. That defense is just on fire right now for Buffalo. The defensive line has been able to stop the run with very little help tonight, so that does free you up for some great pass defense, and you can get creative. They shuffled the defense line around. Gantenbein drops the snap and has to dive on it. Not fully his fault. He's got to be able to catch those, but we have seen some low snaps tonight, and you do wonder, does this have to do with the center having to deal with 3 different quarterbacks in 3 different weeks?
You know, I can see where that would be a little frustrating for the center.
Shouldn't be consistent as it has been tonight.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot. The first one being the recovery, and we thought DeVries fell on it. That's what we saw, and evidently not. Under the pile, strange and miraculous things can occur. So Gantenbein, again, trips to the right, one up top. He's going to look right, then go to his left, and he's going to get a guy right on his knee. And I think we're going to get a late hit on the quarterback here by Buffalo as Gantenbein was slow to get up. Pass was caught at the 45 for a nice 8-yardish gain or so. But we do have a flag on the field, and it's in the vicinity of being a late hit.
Yeah.
Gantenbein was face down, and that's just what Riverton doesn't need when they're on their way to their 3rd quarterback. And it is going to be roughing the passer 15 yards, and that's going to move the ball all the way from where the catch was made to the 40-yard line of Buffalo. So chance to get some points here potentially on this side of the 50 with 5:38 to go in the third quarter, Out of the gun, he's got trips bunched on his left. He's going to throw back right, and you heard Jay saying and I'll let him tell you why.
I seen Hutchinson. You seen him. He started pointing back, so he told the quarterback that he was going to do the little button hook, 3 3 yard button hook. but the defender then stepped up on him.
He knew it, and it was almost looked like trying to set up a screen type situation. And very lucky that Hutchinson was able to shield him away, or that's pick six.
Yeah.
If he's in front of that, that's easy. Nathan can probably catch him if his momentum, so it might not be, but it's got it written all over it. Trips wide to the right for Gantenbein and one up top. Takes a snap. He's looking to his right. He throws incomplete, and both Nick McIntosh and the other receiver, whose number I can't see quite yet, number 12, that being Gunnar Patterson, both kind of looking back at Gantenbein, wondering who he was throwing to, throwing their arms out a little bit. This team is frustrated. They've seen some some people go down, and for whatever reason, second-string quarterback who had been Nathan Hutchinson is in the game, but he's not playing quarterback. Gantenbein is. So, and he's warmed up until the half, and now it looks like he's a little cold again.
Yeah.
He's going from the gun, still trips wide to the right. He's looking right. He's going to throw it complete to Gunnar Patterson, who's going to have it down the 20. And as I say that, he starts getting warm again. When he's a little rusty, like you'd be expecting in his first game this season, he's high. And coming out at half, he was a little high on some stuff. Yeah. Now when he's hopefully this is a sign of things to come. He settled down and gets a nice first down throw all the way down to the 22-yard line of Buffalo as we tick under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gantenbein setting up. He's got a back with him to the right, trips wide right. Snap's going to go to him. It's just a designed run, and a little hesitation there may have killed him.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little scared. A defender was big.
Yeah, so he made the 20. But he slowed up when he went to turn the corner, and that hole wasn't wide enough. If he keeps full steam, he probably gets another 2 yards.
Oh, yeah.
So, nonetheless, it'll set up 2nd and 8 for the Wolverines at the 20.
I like that last pass he had. He put some fire behind it. Number 12 grabbed it. I think they need to go to the air, and they need to go to both sides, right and left. He needs to look some of these defenders off.
Well, that 12 being Gunnar Patterson, a name we've called some this season, but not a whole lot. Gantenbein looking over the defense. He has 2 on the right and 2 on the left with him this time. He looks to throw to his right. He gets it to Hutchinson. Hutchinson trying to bing it across. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Hutchinson. And the Wolverines, again, another touchdown by Hutchinson where he had to break 3, 4, and 5 tackles, Jay.
Yeah, Hutchinson knows how to break a tackle. He's got these defenders looking a little silly once he gets in the secondary. He's shifting left, shifting right. A little spin move, and you cannot arm tackle him. That's one thing I've noticed.
And that brings up, for the rest of this game against Worland, do you look to do – look, I'm a Georgia Bulldog first and foremost. So Todd Monken is our offensive coordinator, came from the pros, and his design is to get the ball into skilled players' hands who can make plays every chance they can get. So could we see – potentially, as the PAT is down, it is up, and it is good.
Yeah.
Could we see them using him more on the end-around screen passes, anything to get the ball in his hands? Because he's, by far and away, the toughest guy to bring down on the Wolverine squad.
Oh, yeah. And that would be something that definitely, if I was the coach, I would definitely be trying to do that. I'd get the ball in his hands a little more.
So, for those of you who are joining us who are looking for the Lander stream, we understand they're having some technical difficulties, which can happen, especially on the road, especially with internet signals. Buffalo, we were told, didn't have one. We have our MiFi unit all charged up, ready to go, and they installed it. But there's 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. It is 46-14, all Buffalo, but we have seen some bright spots, and mainly that's connection between Gantenbein and Hutchinson. Hutchinson having the 2 scores on the day for Riverton.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to keep them in the game. He's doing everything he can to get the team hyped up. He's scoring touchdowns. He's catching the ball. He's breaking tackles. He's doing everything he can to say, hey, we're not out of this yet. It is a big gap between the points there, but he hasn't noticed it, and he's not giving up.
Absolutely. Kick is now on the tee. Riverton Saltzgaver's going to kick it, and he's going to kick it down the middle. It's going to go out of bounds again, and that's going to be a flag. And I'm perplexed of why he's kicking it so hard. down the sidelines where it's going to go out of bounds and give them the 35. Now, I understand, if I remember reading, boning up on this week, they do have one of, if not the best kick returner in 3A, which is fine, but at that point, maybe pop it up to an up back, or if you're going to kick it low on the ground and possibly try and go recover it, a little bit slower. But that thing, you knew it was going out of bounds before anybody had to even react to it. So, but oddly enough, some of the worst field position for Buffalo on the day. Going out the gun is Patterson. He's got 2 wide to his left. He's going to hand it off to the tailback, and he's going to come off. He's at the 40, he's at the 45, and he's going to muscle his way to the 49 or 50. They're going to give him the 50, it looks like. Nicely done. They keep lining up in the gun, and they just keep handing it off. And at this point in time, it's kind of scary in the fact that reminds me of old Nebraska Cornhusker teams from the 90s. Everybody knows what the Bison are going to do, and no one can stop the thing. So that could make for some interesting playoff matchups should they get to it. From the gun, they get the snap. They're throwing the ball. It's going to be incomplete, but now we know why they run from it. They run out of the gun because it was an easy little screen pass set up, and the slot receiver just dropped it. I mean, it was not good. I think it was a forward pass. But at the same point in time, now maybe we have our answer as to why they run the ball out of the gun so much. Instead of throwing it. Just food for thought there.
It would look like he was like hot potato. He didn't want none of that.
Yeah, it did look like hot potato. From the kind of awkward shotgun pistol formation that's worked so well from with a fullback, they take it, going to run the end around, and Riverton had it read but takes a bad angle. He's at the 40. He's at the 35, down to the 30. He's staying up, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going to get caught up with right at the 25-yard line. That being Michael Innett, I do believe. Number 2. First down for the Bison at the 25. 1st and 10. They are driving with 3:19 left in the quarter, and I don't know why the clock's not moving because the chains are set. Still not moving, and I'm kind of confused at this point.
There we go.
So out of the gun, they're going to take, he's cutting back and just arm tackles left and right. Almost looked like a fumble, but the ball is going to be spotted at the 24 for a gain of not a whole lot.
Oh, it's a fumble.
Oh, it is a fumble. Okay, it didn't see anybody dive in it. Didn't see anybody get excited about it. It's a fumble, and Riverton will take over. Good job by Riverton with 3:07 to go. Let's see if they can build on the past success that they had previously.
And that's 2 fumbles that I just missed.
They've been so nonchalant. It's not been overly exciting, especially that first one. Where we're like, okay, DeVries just fell on it. I didn't see the ball squirt out or anything like that. So Gantenbein's going to bring him up with 3 wide right, 1 wide left. 1 protecting back. He takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's going to throw it as a screen, looking to make something out of nothing, and he just has to give himself up because there was nowhere going for – I can't tell if that's an 86 or an 88. It's only a gain of 1. It's most likely my guess is it's going to be 88 Nathan Hutchinson, but I can't tell with how he wears his jersey kind of scrunched up a little bit, but only a gain of 1, and he smartly went down with 2:40 to go in the quarter, and clock is ticking, 46-14. From the gun, 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Gantenbein surveys the defensive line, claps and calls for the snap. He's looking. He's going to go to his right, and he's picked off. There is a flag, but it will be a pick 6, depending on the flag. Easily walks in. Now we get to see what the dirty laundry is and see if it's coming back or if it's not. So we'll see here before we update the scoreboard. But that was as easy as they come on interception, so maybe he helped himself out a little bit. I know it's holding against Riverton, so it is a touchdown, and it's 52-14.
I was kind of confused on where the play was actually going. The receiver he was throwing to was actually cutting across the field, but he didn't throw it that way.
I don't know if he threw it late or if he's just off target. He's had some where he's thrown them in the middle of no man's land, and he's gotten a little bit lucky no one was there. This time someone was there to go all the way and bring it in. PAT team is on for Buffalo. Holder's calling for the snap. Here's the snap, holds down. Kick is up, and it is good. So 53-14 now.
It's hard to swallow.
Not completely unanticipated on paper, but this is why you play the games. But especially, I mean, to take a gut punch with DeVries coming in and then having to go out, we'll try and get with that and figure out what's going on. But we're going to take a break right now with 2:19 to go in the third quarter, 53-14 Buffalo.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Okay.
All right, and we are back here on KTAK. Buffalo 53, Riverton 14. Buffalo kicking off after the pick six. It bounced around the 15. It's going to bounce around. He let it bounce behind him. Picks up at the 8 is Dominic Payne. And Dominic's just going to be, he waited too long to go for it. He's going to be waylaid between the 15 and 16 yard line of Riverton. So long way to go and not a lot of positive momentum after the pick six was thrown and a deficit of 39.
Yeah, this is getting a little scary. You can see Riverton, they're walking around kind of with their heads down. They need to just go out there and play some football.
The body language, yeah, I would agree. It's not great at this moment in time. This is also the furthest road trip, so the longest trip back. But, they can Gantenbein has come leaps and bounds in 4 quarters. I'll give him that.
Yes.
He's a good little passer. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to the running back who's just going to get waylaid, but not before he gains 4 yards.
At least he got them 4 because they were closing that hole quick. He just kind of ducked through it. I like that.
I don't think they're going to give him 4. They're going to give him 3, so we'll go with it. Or at least where they're spotting the ball, it's going to be 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7. Dominic Payne going to be in the backfield with Gantenbein. Hutchinson and Pat Gunner going out to his right. Sheets and one other guy up to his right. The snap is going to be handed off to Dominic Payne again, and this time tougher sledding for a gain of 1, which will set up 3rd and about 5.5, with 1:27 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think the quarterback, going to the air has been successful. Yes, I know he just had that pick six, but you got to let your quarterback know you believe in him and let him sling that bad boy. I really like to see him go down the field when he gets in the air, like down the field. We can't keep throwing 5-yard passes.
All right, from the gun, 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Having to convert on a long 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, gets it to Sheets, but he's going to get tagged short. He had to reach back for that, and that may be the difference, although they're spotted right at the line, so we'll see what they – they're not going to measure it because I've never seen it all season, and they do signal first down. So could have possibly made it a little bit easier on him if it had let him, but Ty Sheets, good job reaching behind him a little bit and grabbing that one for the first down.
Yeah, that was beautiful on the receiver because he did have to go reach real far back to grab that, but he secured it, got the first.
Gantenbein now out of the gun, 2 wide on both sides, running back. He takes the snap, he's looking left, he's throwing left, and immediately taken down after about a gain of 3, trying to lay a number. Can you see the number of that receiver? No. I'm looking right at him as he... I think that was Gunner, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to give it to Gunner, even though I couldn't see the number all that well. I desperately need, if anybody out there in radio land or YouTube land knows of some good binoculars for someone who wears glasses, I would be so appreciative if you would call the radio station, ask to speak to Kevin, and tell me. Because I'm having the hardest time seeing across in these progressive lenses with our, for some reason, with our jerseys. And it's black on white. It should be relatively simple. So from the gun again, going to set up. Got a little more than we thought, 2nd and 5, but the third quarter is going to come to an end. So at the end of 3, it's all Buffalo, 53, Riverton Wolverines 14. We'll be right back with the 4th and final quarter here on KTAK.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person.
And we're back here on KTAK. It is 2nd down and a long 5 or a short 6, depending on how you want to view it. From the gun with 4 wide. Gandenbein looking deep for the first time and way underthrows it. Picked off. Nicely done. I think we're going to have a flag after it on pass interference. But Buffalo able to get all the way to the 20-21 yard line of Riverton, maybe even down to, nope, they're going to say he didn't go out, but he was able to get down to towards the 10. We do have the flag. I think it's going to be after the interception, but it could be PI. What do you think, Jay? What are they going to call here?
I'm thinking it's going to be after the interception because they both were playing the ball.
Well, nope. Pass interference, and truthfully, I thought it was they were both fighting for the ball.
Yeah.
Granted, I wasn't looking at that until the ball was there. Or almost there, but it will be 15 yards against the Buffalo Bison with 11:50 to go in the game. And it'll be 1st and 10 right at the, well, wait a second, what are we doing here? Okay, now they're going to mark up. They've been walking back and forth and no one.
Yeah, I didn't know which way they were going.
So they're going to spot it at the 48-yard line of Riverton. Riverton, 1st and 10, obviously on the automatic there. They're going to take the snap, and they're going to hand it off, and that's the first major positive yardage for Dominic Payne going between the tackles as he will gain right at 6, 5.5 to 6. We'll call it 5, actually. And it'll set up 2nd and 5 for Riverton, now back in field position into Buffalo territory. Something they struggle with early, but haven't struggled with lately. They've been able to move the ball, just have not been able to get a whole lot of them in the end zone, only scoring twice. From the snap, they're going to give it to Dominic Payne again. This time they read it a little bit better, but he still gains about half the yardage he needed. It'll set up 3rd and a long 2 in what I am sure, Jay, is 4-down territory.
Yes, definitely 4-down territory. The punter, I mean, he shouldn't even be coming out. They shouldn't even be thinking about it now.
No, I doubt they would at this point, especially in this field position. I mean, they went for it from their own, 30. So going from the gun is Blake Gandenbein. I think it's still him. I'm trying to lay. It looks like his number. So is Blake Gandenbein. He claps his hands, and he gets another. The whole defensive line, except for the right guard, as they got 4-down linemen, seemingly jumped.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll make the 3rd down really easy to convert on 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
2.5. That'll make it they'll get plenty of yards for a 1st down, and they will be scrimmaging from the Buffalo 39.
they got that play, that fake snapper, however you want to call it, getting them jumping off sides. I like how Riverton does that.
Gantenbein from the gun to 4 wide. He drops it, picks it back up, and wisely gets out of the tackle box and throws the ball away. I'll give a hand to a man for that. Poised beyond his years there to pick that fumble back up, not trying to be a superhero, but just get out of the tackle box, throw it away, no intentional grounding, and reset and have it 2nd and 10 so they don't go backwards.
Yeah, that was really smart of him to pick that up, get out of that tackle box, and then throw it away because he didn't have a receiver downfield open at all.
58 degrees now down here at field level from the gun with 4 wide. Gantenbein going to throw to his right. He gets it complete. The guy gets pushed backwards. Let's see where they give forward progress to. It looks like they're going to give him about the 35 maybe on the far sideline. That's what they're going to give him, 3rd and 5, so it'll be a gain of 4 and set up 3rd and about 6.
Same play they've been doing. I mean, it's working. I wish they could get a little more yards out of it.
So they're coming up to the line out of the gun, and it looks like he's got 2 wide on each side, as he has for a while, protecting back off to his right. Going to take the snap. He looks right now. He's getting flushed. Gantenbein rolling to his right. Forces it back into the middle, which would be generally frowned upon, but it is complete to Gunner. Nicely done by Gunner Patterson, although he didn't follow his receiver, rolling with him.
Yeah.
And then the dangerous thrown back across your body, but it was complete and will set up a 4th and 2. So manageable here.
Oh, yeah.
But it is 4th down from the 31-yard line of Buffalo. They're stacking the box here. Now they back off a little bit. Gantenbein looked over. He looks over the sideline, looking to get the play, and he's changing the play. Arm goes up by the umpire signal in 5 seconds. Man goes in motion. They're going to try and run the in-around with Ty Sheets. Ty Sheets is not going to be denied for the 1st down. He's at the 25 and down to around the 22-yard line. Nicely blocked and nicely done by Ty Sheets.
That was a beautiful run. That was a great call by the quarterback to switch that up.
Nicely done by changing the play up there.
It lets me know that he's keeping his eyes up and he's actually trying to read the defense, and that is good.
So from the shotgun, 4 wide again. They're going to hand it off this time. Dominic Payne, he's going to try and go left to tackle. Offensive line trying to push him forward a little bit. He's going to gain maybe 2-3 yards. Can't tell from this angle. We'll see where they spot it. And, yeah, we'll go with 2. And set up 2nd down and 8 from the 19-yard line. And for some reason, this guy always puts it up a little bit shorter on Riverton's end. Oh, now he's changed it. 2nd and 8 from the 19 for Gantenbein and the Wolverine offense. You know they like to go out here with a couple touchdowns and a half. They've got 2 on the day, 1 in each. So from the gun, same formation, probably keeping it that way for simplicity's sake. Gantenbein trying for the fade. Caught! It is caught at like the 1-yard line, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
I'm trying to see who caught it. That looks like Hutchinson. Hutchinson very good at using his body to shield a defender off of him. And so it's going to set up 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line, which is where we're going to spot it.
That was beautiful fade there. I was scared when it went in the air.
Hutchinson doing a good job of stopping, adjusting the ball, and coming back a little bit for it. Sets it up as 1st and goal, where I would expect Troy Anderson to call a run here.
Yeah. It's not a lot of space to be throwing the ball the way we've been throwing it. So I mean, 1st on the 2-yard line.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went all kind of quiet, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I apologize.
Riverton calls timeout?
Riverton's going to call a timeout here. Very important here. Now you're coaching for next year, or next week and next year. We're going to take that break with them and be right back. The score is the Buffalo Bison 53, Riverton Wolverines 14. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Lead succeed and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
And we're back here on KTAK. Riverton out of the timeout huddle quicker than Buffalo is. Riverton with the ball, first and goal from the Buffalo 2 with 7:27 to play in the ball game. And it'd help if I changed the score. I was so good with that in the first half. It'd help if I would change it. And there we go. Fourth quarter here. From the gun, they're going to send a man in motion. They're going to fake it to him. Gantenbein's just going to walk through. He could have walked through, but he chose to inflict some pain on a linebacker, and he scores the touchdown. So nicely done by Blake Gantenbein, and it makes it 53-20 with 7:23 left in the ball game. PAT pending for Riverton. Hunter Saltzgaver coming on as the kicker. So they'll be looking to hold here. Nick McIntosh will be with the hold. Kicker Saltzgaver gets set up. They survey it. Everybody's ready. Snap is in. Hold is down. Kick is up and good. So nicely done by the Riverton Wolverines. With 7:23 to go in the ball game, it is 53-21. Buffalo Bison on top of the Riverton Wolverines here on KTAK.
To make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure.
All right, we're back on KFCW. Kickoff was, I'm guessing it went out of bounds. I had to step out for a second. And it would be 1st and 10 at the 35. Run off the snap for Buffalo. Ends up at the 43-yard line. So about 7.5, 8 yards is where they're putting it.
What's going on now? Oh, I'm sorry. We're just having a little delay here. We're waiting for the refs to go ahead and Buffalo to come out of the huddle.
So it'll be 2nd and 3, it does look like.
All right. Buffalo lines up in the gun like normal.
From the gun, Buffalo's going to look to hand off like they have all day, and easily getting the first down and gaining the 50-yard line are the Bison with 6:19 to go in the game and a lead of 32. So they've just been running up a storm. I don't even want to try and guess how many rushing yards this team has, but I'm almost willing to bet it's definitely over 200.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what they do. Buffalo runs the ball, and they run it well. It is definitely a ground and pound football team.
Absolutely. From the gun, snap, handoff is going to go to run it, and they're going to gain 5. Nope, they're going to gain a lot more as they just muscle through. Gain of 10.
I mean, Riverton had him stopped. They had him stopped. He just spun right out of that.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for Buffalo from the Riverton 40. They're still at this point. They just got to give it to guys to run up the middle, and they're doing very well with it.
That's all they're really doing is running right up the middle. A couple of sweeps, couple around the end, and that's it. But that's all they've done all game.
From the oblong, we'll call it the oblong pistol. From the oblong pistol. Quarterback is going to keep it. I think they got a new quarterback. He's at 35-30, the 25-20. He's going to go out, be tackled out, and around the 16-yard line. I'm trying to lay eyes on what is that number? I think it's 12. I'm not 100. Yes, it is. Number 12, Ryan Nichols.
Wow.
Ryan Nichols with a beautiful run there on a quarterback keep.
He's got a little speed too. This new quarterback here.
Yes, they do. He's coming in for Eli Patterson, I do believe, number 16. So number 12 now in. Nicholas. It is Nicholas, and he's going to hand off, and it's going to be carried for about 3.5. They might give him 4. They're going to peg it right in between that, actually, but we'll call it 2nd and 6 as they are, what can they do? It's not like they're trying to run up the score, but they're just running the ball, and they're just good at it is the unfortunate part. I don't want any Riverton faithful or anybody listening to the broadcast to think they're trying to run it up. They're subbing. It's just they run the ball naturally, and you can't take a knee for 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. So
no.
From the gun, and Nicholas is going to keep it himself this time, and he's going to get taken down, I think, just shy after he twisted and turned of the 7-yard line. They might give him a little bit more. Nope, they're going to say he was short of that and put him at the 9 or 8.5. The referee and the marker not exactly lined up together. Now they are. So it'll set up 3rd and 2 from the 9 as we tick under 4 minutes to go in this ball game.
Yeah, this Buffalo team, they love to run the ball, and they're really good at it. I have nothing else to say about that.
Dare I use the word great, even though we talked about it in the car being overused. Handoff out of the gun. He's going to hurdle one of the players who's on the ground, but it's just going to gain a yard, and barely a yard at that. So it'll be a 4th and a extremely long one, basically still 2 yards.
Yeah.
He did get a gain out of it, but not for a whole lot. So let's see what they're going to do. At this point, even though people might say it's running up the score, I might kick the field goal just because we know they struggle with it, and you may need it come playoff time.
Yeah. So, especially under the lights, go ahead and get your kicker ready because
get him accustomed to kicking for 3 and not always from straight on. But they're going to go for it out of the pistol. Can't fault that either. Fullback moving. He gets set. Now one of the receivers going around on the end around. Quarterback's going to keep it. It looked like he was looking for somebody there who wasn't, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield for a turnover on downs by the Wolverines. That just looked, Riverton read it well, but it also looked just convoluted because he turned around to fake the handoff to somebody.
And there was no one there.
And nobody, Casper was there, and not the city, but the friendly ghost. Nobody was there, and so he just took off, did what he could, and lost about yard and a half. So it'll be 1st and 10 Riverton from their own 11 with 2:45 to go, trailing 53-21.
Now,
I don't know if we're going to be able to get our players of the game up here today. I understand how it can be sometimes, not only after a loss, but 3.5 hours home. So I don't know if we'll be able to get them. We're going to try. Jay's going to go down there and try and get them. If he's unsuccessful, we'll be able to tell you who. So never mind, Coach Anderson just walked right behind me, so I guess he was coaching from up top. And he's going to give us our players of the game, which y'all probably just heard. Timeout by Riverton. With that timeout, we'll take it with them and be right back on KTAK.
Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a gold Cadillac, coupe bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
That pass.
Snap goes to Gantenbein. He's going to, I think it's Gantenbein, may not be anymore. He's going to hand it off, and it goes for relatively little, if anything, there. Trying to lay eyes on the quarterback. They may have brought in one just so they'd have somebody ready maybe, but I don't know how deep they actually go on the quarterback roster. Let's see here. I'm trying to lay a number on the quarterback. If anybody sees it, holler it out. It's a single number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it? Okay, well, we'll see who the QB is in just a second. He's out of the gun, 4 wide, one protecting back in the backfield with him. He takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off. That's a handoff to number 6, who's going to nicely run, but I thought almost fumbled the ball. He's going to reach the first down marker. Number 6, of course, being Jordan May. We've called his name late in some games where he's shown some great promise. Jordan May, obviously, trying to lay eyes on. I already put the starting lineup part back and have a roster card. Don't have what year he is, but
sophomore.
He's sophomore, so getting prepped for him for future years to come. Looks like number 12 or 17 is what I can make out. Let's see here. 12 would be Gunnar Patterson. 17 Jackson Larson is quarterback. If I've got to guess that. Larson looking to throw. He does so, complete to number 31. We've got a lot of the young kids in at this point. That's Mason Spoonhunter with the completion and a gain of 4.5. Sets up a long 5, short 6.
Wow, I mean, hey, he's showing a little bit of poise there. He's made something happen. He's rushing a little bit, but he's making it happen. I like that.
We have 1 minute to go in the ball game here. And we do know that we are going to have our players of the game on the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We'll look forward to that. So Larson now in the gun. He's got 4 wide, 2 on each side. Looks over the defense line, takes a snap, looking to his left, and throws it. Should have been caught, but it is dropped. Hit him right in the bread basket. Branson Saltzgaver is going to want that one back.
Yeah. He definitely should have held on to that one. No reason. But then again, that football has been a hot potato today.
So we're obviously at a running clock here, which is fine. Well, I've got to lay hands on the rules because I've had 4 different people, all who should know, give me 4 different answers. So we'll find out as we go under 10 seconds. Larson in the gun, gets the snap. He's just going to hand it off to Branson Saltzgaver with 5 seconds, and that should do it as we see the final seconds tick off here in Buffalo. So your final score from Buffalo High School in Wyoming, it is Buffalo 53, Riverton Wolverines 21. We will be right back here with the Click It or Ticket post-game show right after these messages.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Wyo Glass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. Wyo Glass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. Wyo Glass is Lander.
It's Physical Therapy Month.
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 It's Physical Therapy Month. October is National Physical Therapy Month, and here at Teton Therapy, we are celebrating all month long. In our Lander and Riverton clinics, we're hosting special events, celebrations, and great giveaways for our patients, past, present, and future. Check us out at Teton Therapy PC on Facebook for more details.
Whatever. I like AP better.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket post-game show here on KTAK. Again, the final from Buffalo, Wyoming, the Buffalo Bison 53, the Riverton Wolverines 21. And a game that kind of, you know, if you believe in omens here on the Click It or Ticket post-game show, the first snap kind of told some of the story.
Yes, it did. Yes, that first snap, again, what I seen was we recovered that fumble, but
we missed it, evidently. But a fumble on the first one, and that kind of told the story, Jay, of that first half, especially the first quarter, was one of just horrible starting field position if you're the Riverton defense, because they were starting at the 50 or closer every single drive, and credit to Buffalo, they made it count.
Yes, they did. I mean, you can't take anything away from Buffalo. They came to play. They definitely loved that ground and pound. They kept the ball on the ground and stacked up a whole bunch of yards. Riverton, I mean, they tried. That quarterback.
That'd be Gattenbein.
Gattenbein. Yeah,
I called him during baseball.
he put some plays together. Definitely threw the ball, aired it out a little bit, which I like to see. I just think Riverton, they gave up a little early on themselves, and I mean, their heads weren't here to play football. Kind of is how I felt after that first quarter. They kind of just gave up on themselves.
First quarter was a lot to take in for this Wolverine crew. Derek DeVries, the normal starting quarterback, making a return in this game, but then falling apart. Not falling apart, I shouldn't say that. That was the wrong thing to say. Falling down, getting hurt again. We don't know the extent of that. I'm sure we'll find out at some point in time, but we will be right back here on KTAK, and we'll be with our Papa Murphy's player of the game right after these messages.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And we're back here on the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTK, and we are joined by our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Nathan Hutchinson. Tell me about both of those after the catch, because you broke tackles left and right and kind of slapped a guy off to the ground. I would use more colorful language if I wasn't on the radio for that one.
Yeah,
Blake did a good job getting me the ball early, and they had me singled up, so I pretty much just had one guy to beat, and then I stiff-armed a few guys down here at the 10-yard line and ran it in. But after the catch, it's fun. I like running around.
And I noticed, too, that when they moved you over to the right side, that things became a little bit easier than they were on the left.
Yeah, that's. I think that's just the single coverage. They were playing me man, and I just kept beating the corner.
So you've got one more game left in your high school career. It's at Worland. What do you think the team needs to do, especially with a volatile quarterback situation at the moment?
Yeah, I think we were a little on our heels today defensively, and we just can't think. We just got to react, follow the ball, play physical, and play fast, and play hard. Ultimately, I think we didn't really start playing hard until second quarter, even second half. So we got to play hard from the get-go and just control what we can control.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Nathan Hutchinson, and we look forward to seeing you next week, Nathan. Thank you so much. We'll be right back with the Gatorade Thirst Quencher player of the game right after this message.
Thanks for having me.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
And we are here, and let's get the graphic changed so Papa Murphy's and Gatorade don't get in a war. So we are here with Blake Gattenbein, our Gatorade player of the game. So what's it feel like being all of a sudden looking, someone, a coach goes, you?
I mean, it's just a wonderful opportunity, and I thank all the coaches and guys that backed me up tonight.
And it seemed like you were a little nervous at first, so you were going a little bit high, but as the second quarter went on, you got kind of in a groove and you started to sling it because your first several passes were all about 5-6 yards, nothing really downfield. But you started to seem like confidence grew as the game wore on. Is that the case?
Yeah, it's just getting to know my receivers more because I haven't had a lot of time to work with them. But started trusting them more, and the line kept their blocks.
All right, well, awesome. Well, we want to thank you for joining. We know you got a 3.5-hour ride home. So we want to congratulate Blake Gattenbein, our Gatorade player of the game. And we'll be right back here with Coach Anderson on KTAK.
College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We are joined by Coach Anderson. Coach Anderson, tell me a little bit about what it went into the decision-making. Derek, I understand, is still out in protocol.
Yeah. I just think we looked at a few things. We want to get our playmakers in space. I think every coach wants to do that. And so by doing this manipulation, and it's a risky move, right, to take a kid like Blake, freshman, and put him back in that spot. There's a lot of pressure and stress, and people don't probably realize that. And I think Nathan really appreciated it, but we put a guy like Nate back in a place at a playmaking space. It paid off for us, obviously, in a couple instances. Not as much as we obviously scoreboard liked it to. But I think Blake, we kind of knew that this is something that he might have maybe been able to possess as we saw him this summer in camp. And so, I think it turned out as bad as good as you can. We don't end up by vetting a guy against a quality team like this at his age and experience level. Like, you get yourself to a place where you feel like you're not in this place again as we were coming into this week.
And talk about what that does for you next year. Obviously, Nathan's gone anyway. He's going to be graduating. And so being able to play a freshman this late in the game actually helps build towards if something were to happen next year.
Absolutely.
And especially in 2 years when the quarterback job will probably be completely up for grabs.
This is always the time. This is about the time of year last year, and you can see it like where we started to vet a kid like Ryan Cox, and you can see how really, really valuable a guy like that is now. And Blake's, he's a big enough talent that he'll rep at quarterback a lot. But we're going to try to. You can see this kid needs to be on the field too, and so that's also what it gets him in chances to get against quality competition and show out that he needs to be on the field one way or the other.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't get your take as the head coach on Hutchinson's ability to break tackles on 2 touchdowns. The one down here, he just slapped the kid out of the way. It was an exciting thing. But for a guy he's not overly physically imposing. He's not overly, but the way he's able to contort and use his body to his advantage is something special.
Yeah, he's pretty powerful. He's really quick, twitchy, I think is a modern word we use for it. When he gets out in space, he can pick him up, put him down, and make a change of direction. And it's pretty rare. I think you would say, that the Bell kid is that way too. That kid's a hell of a player, and I think Nathan possesses a lot of those same qualities.
And lastly, we also saw a little bit more. At least I called out his name. I felt a little bit more of Gunner. Getting a little more attention and targets, which is nice to me because the school I left had a guy named Gunner. So it's an easy name.
Makes it easy.
But a lot of different guys got some. And for the second time this season, we got to see maybe a glimpse of what Jordan May can do in the future.
Yeah, Jordan May, he's a guy we've been trying to groom along, and we like a lot of what he sees. We use him a lot in those sub-varsity games, and those sometimes take a toll on him. And so we're really glad we had a quarter or so to use with him, I think, tonight, and we got to see. He's just a really hard runner. You'd like to see that output because we need a guy in the stable to replace some of these runners that are in the backfield too.
And lastly, late in the season, obviously, one more game at Worland. What do you want to see as far as in this last week of practice with the game at the end? What do you want to see this team improve on, or what do you want to see them just get better at?
We talked about this. I talked about it over on the other one too. At the end of the day, this is a chance to see where you really are as a player in person. You get a chance to go up in basically a playoff game, win or in, I'm pretty sure, depending on how things shake completely, and just see how much you want it and want to go play that bonus round, man, and go play with house money. That was one thing I told him. The other thing I told him is this is a chance for these guys, these old guys, a 2-win season or a 3-win season or whatever. I might not feel like all that much. This is a chance for them to take whatever small veneer that they believe it is to be and to lay it down for the next group to step on to try to keep building something. And so those are the two messages. That's what we'd like to see. And you can see, we got dinged up a little bit tonight against a tough comp. And we'd like to see, we'll come out and try to keep them crisp and fresh, keep the knife sharp, if you will, and go up to Washakie County and see who's the better football team.
Well, it always this season especially, it seems like we make roughly the same drive twice every away trip.
Yeah.
We make them back-to-back. So it will be next week, Worland and Riverton potentially win and end.
Yeah.
So big game. We want to thank Coach Anderson for joining us on the Click It or Ticket postgame show, and we'll be right back after these messages on KTAK.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We want to just say congratulations to our players of the game. Again, Nathan Hutchinson and Blake Gantenbein. They did name a sportsmanship player of the game. That's something they do here in Buffalo, and they named one for each team. So congratulations to Dominic Payne, who won that as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. I hadn't seen that before, so I really like that.
Hadn't seen that, but if you know Dominic Payne, his smile's infectious and whatnot. So we're looking forward to next week, our last game of the season, unless we win. It's looking like, oddly enough, that it's going to be win and in or lose and not in.
Okay.
So we're going to see how that pans out. So could be a big game. Join myself and Jay and Connor on camera here as we'll be in Worland. Like I said, we went to Powell first, then we went to Cody. Now we came here, and now we're just going almost all the way. We're going to Worland instead. So same drives back-to-back. That's what we do here. But we want to give a special shout-out to everybody that's helped so far in tonight's coverage. We want to say thank you to Katie Shields back at the mothership for getting us on the air and taking care of any problems we may have on our board operations. And thank you, Jay and Connor on camera.
Thank you, Fremont Motors, Buick, Chevy, GMT. I really appreciate them letting me come and do this.
They give you the time off. So on behalf of Connor, Jay, and myself, Kevin Shields, we are the voice of the Wolverines. We will see you next week for the Worland game. Have a wonderful weekend.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a cool Cadillac, coupe to fill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life, setting goals, teamwork, and hard work